Somebody about to be punished. Rest in peace to my nigga Izzy. Rest in peace to my nigga Jay Dilla. Love y'all niggas, man. Watch what I do in honoring y'all name. Streets, feel me. Check it. I'm nice with the lead, peel your edges like slices of bread. Precise, become a poltergeist, sticking knives inside of your head. What's the issue? Wanna roll like a roll of toiletry tissue? I continue to expose you niggas that's so superficial. I script you your obituary, then blow like a missile. Once I blow the whistle, motherfuck, may the forces be with you. Come with a style, I'm while I pile up my money so kosher. Then call up my chauffeur, fucking bitches and back in the Rover. Then bounce to the cope, a bag of bitches outside of the Costa Rica area. Loving my features and carry my posters. Niggas can't fuck with me. Unprecedented, I submitted. You changing your flow up while helping you grow up. Niggas know you for sounding so toe up. Challenging niggas, better hold on the banister. Niggas fuck around and stuff your body parts in the canister. Niggas like you don't know the half. I bust your motherfucking ass. Bust cash and papoose is fucking psychopaths. Niggas wanna get hyped out. Making 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 niggas wanna get hyped out.
My nigga beside me with triggers and niggas get body. I lock a strip and chop a brick like I'm Mr. Miyagi. But this ain't karate, I've been sick since I pissed in a potty. I probably been proper since my papa put dick in my mommy. I'm a cannon, man, holding a hammer, man. For the loot, nigga, shoot niggas like a cameraman. Snapping a picture, you get stuck like the back of a sticker. I got bars like the factory manufacturing Snickers. And I do crimes for the bread like croutons. With 2 nines, I be laying clowns down like futons. With the bullets in the rocket, my pockets is full of cream. My bullets steam, keep the steel in my hands like Wolverine.
Congratulations on the trial, Cass.
I'm too hyped.
Welcome home, nigga.
Popping the metal, you niggas is not on my level. I'm locking the ghetto, man, I'm hot like a pot in the kettle. On the mic I spaz, who get it hype is Cass. And my nigga Buster, we some motherfucking psychopaths.
Making niggas wanna get hyped out. 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 Making niggas wanna get hyped out.
I'm an iceberg trapped in a fire, I won't melt. I'm a fetus that survived an abortion, I won't be killed. I'm the heart of Brooklyn, New York, I'm Bed-Stuy. I'm a Christian woman's hand on the Bible, I won't lie. I'm Dakota Salas in the Gotti crew. I'm an empty Mac right after a shootout. I just bodied you, got some soft shotgun pump shotted you like kamikaze do. Your baby mom's filled the wild cock back, cause she was sitting on my lap. I stay with the ooh-wop strap. I put your baby daddy in a body bag. When I squeeze and let the wop clap, I Baghdad like Iraq. Hold on, let me put my gun down.
Yo, I know they trying to figure out what the fuck we got going on, Pat.
This is my era, y'all niggas is losers. I'm the new era like a mistake on your computer. Got the infrared dot, busting you gullible suckers too. Put a dot on your ass like www.
Making niggas wanna get hyped out. 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 Making niggas wanna get hyped out.
These the last days. These the last days. These last days. These the last days.
It's all about taking my own life into my own hands. RBG, refine, be a grown man. See, that's what I'm doing, cause I know it's inside of me. All I gotta do is just bring it to reality. It's fuck the government, but still I gotta pay the rent. So yeah, I'm for the caper, most definite. Keeping it militant, focused, intelligent. Pimping the system, the common sense is still fuck the bit. Black power ain't dead. All that red, white, and blue shit be going to your head. See, we break bread, it's like a game or a sport. Gotta train every day to keep your team on point. Still, to this day, our reparations ain't paid. And you can see it in the poverty around the way. It ain't even our own people on BET. So they gotta get it from somebody, it might as well be me. Besides, a nigga gotta eat when he hungry. see how they send troops to war for their country. Niggas worldwide need an army of one. It's revolution to the fullest. Put the bullets in the gun.
These the last days. 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 These the last days.
Peace. Black Power, family. It's your boy Psychopath. Black at you. You know what I'm saying? With yeah, quick on the spot stream. You know what I mean? Let me get a one out there, family. Let me see if y'all hear me clear. Let's get all this. Let me get everything together. Y'all know I gotta get myself situated before I start going in. You know what I'm saying? So let me get a one out there, family. If everything sounds clear, you know, I want to make sure, you know, the music's too loud. Let me know. You know what I'm saying? All right, I'm good. Yeah, peace to everybody out in the chat. You know what I'm saying? Peace to James, Zeus, Water, Witty. I see you out there. Celaya Bay was good. Let's see. Main voice of reason for my people. Peace to New Possibilities. Peace. Shout out to everybody out in the live chat listening. You know what I mean? Peace to everybody who's out there listening, who's not in the live chat. You know what I mean? For those in the G Plus community, please get the word out to Vekl that I'm here and I'm live, and we can finish this conversation. New Possibilities is asking who the hell is Vekl. African Black Chaos was good. In it to win it was good. Yeah, Vekl is this dude, from this debate community that I'm a part of. He's a black Christian. He has some interesting views, let's just put it that way. You know what I mean? If he shows up, you guys will actually get to hear for yourself. You understand? I'm hoping he shows up, you know. But yeah, he's a part of this little clique called the Shield Squad or something like that. They used to be a part of a clique called God's Warriors or Warriors for God, Soldiers for God, something. I think that's what it was. Soldiers for God. That was their old name. Now they call themselves. He broke off from that. They all broke off, and now they call themselves the Shield Squad. I think that's the name of it. They can correct me if I'm wrong. And they run around on YouTube, you know, pretty much arguing with a bunch of Hebrews for the most part. Hebrews and atheists. Those are their main targets. This dude Vekl actually doesn't attack the Hebrews as much as his fellow Christian brethren. You know, he's more about attacking atheists. You know, that's more his speed. But what happened was earlier today, you know, I had on my lunch break, I was listening to this stream that he was in, but he wasn't talking. You know, it was this black atheist and this European theist debating about what the hell was they debating about? I don't know. Knowing this European theist, it probably was the uniformity of nature, or something along those lines. How can you explain how you can think your thoughts without thinking them first, or whatever? It's, you know, philosophical browbeating bullshit. You know what I'm saying? But anyways, you know, I find some of that shit interesting, so I listen. You know what I mean? But while I was listening, now me and this European theist has history, right? Now me and this European theist has history. He done said some outlandish racist shit to me in the past. You know, like, you know, he gets mad when people make him look stupid. And I've made him look stupid on many occasions. So he don't like me too much. You know what I'm saying? So, you know, he has started to resort, to saying all types of racist terms, racist shit to me. There's all types of, you know, racist ass stereotypes and everything else, right? So me and this dude got a history, right? So he's in here and he's debating with this black theist. excuse me, black atheists, right? And in the middle of him debating them, right? Now he debates all types of motherfuckers, you know, black, white, whatever. He don't care. He'll debate anybody. He's addicted to debating, right? Right. So he's debating this guy, right? And in the midst of them debating, he was making the white theist look stupid, right? Now, of course, a black guy can't make a white person look stupid in a debate. You know, that's laughable. You know, that's incoherent in these people's worldview. You know what I'm saying? You know, like it's impossible. How the hell can a black motherfucker make me look stupid when I'm European? You know, this how they motherfucking thinking. So, you know, they automatically start getting up in their feelings and start getting triggered. So, you know, in the midst of him looking stupid in the middle of this debate, you know, he got up in his feelings, got triggered, and turned around, and, you know, he didn't say anything that was racist, nor did I say what he said was racist. But that's what this black theist took it as. But I'm going to tell y'all what I said, because he had said, in the midst of him looking stupid, he said to the black atheist that, because the black atheist, he's a lawyer, right? He's a lawyer. You know, he got 4 degrees, right? You know, so he's a lawyer, but of course, you know, him being black and having degrees, it must be something to it, right? So he turned around and started making all types of little digs at him, talking about, you know, you need to stop with your little community college soliloquies and shit. You know what I'm saying? He said you need to stop with your little community college soliloquies. Now, when he said, now we all know what that is, family, right? Because, like, you know, I've done heard, like, this dude is a complete douchebag. Let me put that out there. He disrespects anybody. It doesn't matter, like, any of that, right? So that's not what I'm getting at. It's the insults he chooses to use on black people, opposed to the insults he chooses to use on the white people. Now, I have never heard him insinuate that any of those Europeans who be over there making him look stupid attended any type of community college. I never heard him make that reference. I've never heard him make that. Never, ever. Right? We all know he said community college because Europeans feel like the only way a black person can walk away with a degree is unless it's in some small ghetto community college. You understand? This is how Europeans think. Now, mind you, again, what he said wasn't flat out racist, right? But I said it had racial undertones. And it did. One, I know who said that. And I know his past history between me and him, so I know how he thinks. I know how he feels about black people, right? This isn't me just going off a whim, right? I know his perception of black people and how they get down. So he says this, right? So I said, yeah, you know, yeah, community college, huh? Yeah, right, yeah, nothing racial there, you know, because that pretty much was my comment in the live chat, which is true. He said that because he was black, and he supposedly have all these degrees, so it must be from a community college. You know, it couldn't be from an Ivy League school. Oh no, because our IQ is so low. How is that possible, right? So anyways, I pointed out the racial connotations towards his statement. That's all I said, right? And I left it alone. Guess what happened, fam? Immediately, right after that, I'll give y'all one guess what happened. Right after I made that statement about that European. What y'all think happened? When I tell y'all what happened, y'all not going to be shocked. Oh yeah, here they come. Here they come, family. It always got to be one, right? Black theist jumps in the middle of the chat to defend his European Christian brethren, right? he has to defend the European. Oh, how you gonna call him racist because he said community college? I know all types of people that go to community college and everything else. It's playing stupid, right? Now, mind you, this theist already knows that this other European theist had been racist towards me in the past. He knows this because I told him. So he can't say he don't know, because I told him. But he don't care. Because to him, it's either one or two things. Actually, I should say three things. One, he doesn't believe theists can be racist. Yes, Vekl, yes. You are insane. He believes theists cannot be racist. He believes if you believe in a higher power, if you believe in a deity, some sky daddy in the clouds, that you can't be racist. Or at least I should say, let me correct this, because unlike him, I don't want to misrepresent him. He believes you can't believe in the Christian God and be racist. Let me specify. He believes this in his heart of hearts. Oh, I mentioned the Ku Klux Klan. Don't matter. You know what he'll tell you? The Ku Klux Klan aren't Christians. He'll start pulling the no true Scotsman's fallacy. In his mind, theists can't be racist. That's one. Two, he believes that I am one of these guys that are just over the top. He thinks I just see shit that ain't there. That I'm just chasing the boogeyman whenever I talk about racism. Oh, he believes this, family. Right? Now, I asked this, and I asked him something, and I'm going to ask him again if he comes up in here. I'm not even going to say it now because I want him to come in here so I can ask him man to man. But I got a question I want to ask him. Can somebody in the G Plus community get Vekl up in here? Somebody in the Great Debate community, get him up in here. Because he just started talking all types of madness. You know he tried to tell me, family? And New Possibilities, if you out there, you're going to love this one. You know what he called me, New Possibilities? He called me a liberal. Yo, he really fixed his mouth to call me a liberal. And he ain't just say it once, because he said it the first time, and I corrected him and said, yo, I hate to tell you, bro, but I'm not a liberal. But nah, he kept saying it. And kept saying it. Oh, yes, he's a conservative. Oh, yes, he voted for Trump. We are talking about a Trump supporter here, family. I'm Trump supporter. Starts Trump supporter. Me and him done had many discussions. I told him Trump is a racist piece of shit. He's a Trump racist denier. That's what he is, family. I'm going to go ahead and just put it out there. He denies that Trump is racist. I want him to... Can somebody get Vekl up in here? I want to have this conversation with him. But he'll convince you of this, family. But yeah, he just kept calling me a... And I kept telling this motherfucker, yeah, they call all us blacks liberals, for real. They think we're all fucking robots. This is how these conservatives are. This is how these batshit crazy conservatives are. They only know one way to debate somebody. They only know one way, because that's all they is copy and paste, family. That's all they is, family, copy and paste. So they need these little copy and paste talking points. Because at the end of the day, I don't even know why the fuck he even brought up liberals. Because, I mean, let me find out. Do you have to be liberal to call out racists? Do you have to be liberal to call out racism? So, by his own admission, he's calling every conservative a racist. By him insinuating that I must be a liberal to call out racism, he is insinuating that every single conservative is either a racist or a coon. You have to be a racist or a coon, according to that logic. That logic don't even compute. If I call out racism, that means I'm automatically a liberal? How does that even fucking work? Explain that to me. But thanks for confirming what we already know. Conservatives are racist and coons. And I'm using your logic, not mine. Not mine. Because you said it, not me. I told this, I was like, yo, I'm not a liberal, fam. Don't you. It's actually insulting that you're calling me that. But he just kept calling me that shit. So I started calling him a fucking Satanist. I started calling him a Satanist. He got pissed off and was like, why you name calling? What do you mean I'm name calling? What name am I calling you? Let me know what name I'm calling you, Satanist. What name am I calling you? Stop acting like a typical Satanist and tell me what name it is I'm calling you. You know what I mean? If you're going to misrepresent me and keep calling me a liberal, I'm going to call you a Satanist. So you can know what it feels like to be misrepresented. I don't rock with that liberal crap. Alright? I don't get down with the LBGT. I don't get down with feminism. I am not a liberal. I am a centrist. I bang on both parties. I bang. Liberals swear I'm fucking conservative, and conservatives swear I'm fucking liberal. Why is that? Because I pissed both of them the fuck off. That's why. Unlike you, Vekl, I'm not tribal in everything I do. Only thing I'm tribal with is my motherfucking family. I could care less about all that, whether you're left, right, and all that, but it's all bullshit to me. I don't pick sides according to whether or not a person believes in God or don't believe in God. It's all bullshit. I don't sit back and wait to see what somebody does and be like, hold up, wait. That dude's an atheist. I should probably stick up for him so I can make the other atheists look better. I don't want us to look bad, so I'm going to stick up for this atheist even though he's dead motherfucking wrong. Even though that motherfucker just call him all kinds of black people nigga, I better stick up for him because he's a fucking atheist. That's what you do, Vekl. That's what you do. You cape for these motherfucking theists because they theists. And you don't want these theists to look bad because your tribal ass is only concerned with how theists look online. So you try to motherfucking put this little spin on shit. Oh, well, theists can't be racist. Get the fuck out of here. Christians can't be racist. That's bullshit. The Klan is Christian, whether you want to admit it or not. But you'll probably defend them and say they not racist. Because according to you, nothing's racist, Vekl. You had one of your own theist brothers. One of these motherfucking European theists called you a heretic nigger. Vekl called you a heretic nigger. And you still to this day won't call him racist. To this day, you won't. Matter of fact, a motherfucking another little weirdo up in motherfucking, the same fucking chat came in and said, I call Bro Joe's wife a fucking nigger, but I'm not racist. That's what a European straight said in the chat, family. European in the chat straight said that. He said, I call Bro Joe's a black Christian, by the way. I call Bro Joe's wife a nigger, but I'm not racist. That European said that. You know what Vekl did, family? You want to know what Vekl did, family? Vekl laughed and made a sarcastic remark about, yeah, I guess that means he's racist too, huh, psycho? So he won't even call him a racist. And he straight admitted in the chat that he called this black theist wife a nigger. He admitted it in the chat, family. I'm not bullshitting. Everything I'm saying up here is facts. Everything I'm saying. Everything. I'm just keeping it a buck. Know what I mean? You know what else this motherfucker does, family? Like, this guy's amazing. Like, this guy's amazing. He sits up here, he defends slavery in the Bible. He thinks slavery was a good thing, family. He really believes this in his heart of hearts. He believes slavery is a good thing because it pointed him to the Lord. Slavery pointed him to the Lord, so therefore it was a good thing. He will defend slavery, family. He will sit up here and try to argue with me and say, oh, how can you call slavery wrong, morally wrong, when you're an atheist? There's nothing morally wrong about slavery. Nothing in the Bible is morally wrong. He says this, family. Now, I hear people talk like this, and then when people hear me bang on the Bible, they wonder why you banging on the Bible. Because of this type shit, family. This is what the Bible does to black people's minds. How can you be a grown-ass motherfucking, grown-ass black man in America defending slavery? How does that even logical? It's insane. Where's Vekl at? Vekl, I need to holler at you, son. I need to holler at. Don't worry, Vekl. Don't get scared. I won't bite you. I won't bite you, Vekl. Vekl, I promise you I won't go psycho on you. I won't go psycho on you. I'm passionate and I'm talking. And I'm just talking passionately, but don't get nervous. I won't bite you. But we do need to talk, Vekl. We need to talk, son. We need to finish that conversation. Real talk. Real talk. It's insane, family. Some of the shit that these motherfuckers be saying and do. I'm like, man, are you motherfuckers serious? I mean, I want him to explain to me what racism is now. I want to know what his definition of racism is. I want him to give me some examples of a racist. I want him to, he got some explaining to do. Vekl, and I got one bomb question for you. Oh, I got a doozy for you. I'm dying to ask you. I want to hear your response. Let's go, Vekl. I told you I'm not going to have this conversation over on what you call it channel for a few reasons. I don't want it because, one, they don't care about the topic. That they over there having their philosophical conversations. Let them have their philosophical conversations. All right? Two, y'all motherfuckers going to make it seem like some other shit. Like I already know what it is. And I know you're going to try to appeal to them Europeans. Come over here where I know you ain't appealing to no Europeans. At least not like, get over here, son. Get over here. It's a black conversation. Come over to a black channel and let's have it. Because we have these conversations over there with the Europeans. Europeans start diving in the middle of our conversations and they muddy the fucking waters. And next thing you know, I'm arguing with 3, 4, 5 different Europeans and you over in the corner not saying shit. Listening to me argue with 5 fucking Europeans. I gotta get through them to get to you. I don't feel like going through all that. If I want to argue with some Europeans about this, I'll argue with some Europeans about this. Shout out to everybody listening to the chat. Shout out to Chief. Shout out to Nikki. You know what I mean? I said shout out to Whitty already. For real. Like, yeah, shout out to everybody, man. Motherfucking shit's insane, man. He up in here talk, man. I couldn't believe he was saying some of that shit. And I don't even know. I'm like, what the fuck is you mad about? I called out this motherfucking European theist for saying a racially a racial fucking undertone comment, which he did. That comment had racial undertones, whether motherfuckers want to admit it or not, because he wouldn't have said it to a white guy. The white lawyer came up in there, he wouldn't have questioned him about community college if it was a white lawyer. But it's a black lawyer, so it must have been community college. Go fuck yourselves with that weirdo shit. That shit don't fly over here. Tuh. You motherfuckers racist, fucking radar might be out of whack, but mine is on point, motherfucker. I get a tune up every other fucking week. My shit is on point. I know when motherfuckers are making racial motherfucking connotations with their motherfucking comments and they statements. I hear that, especially when certain people say certain things. A motherfucker who's known to be a fucking racist, a motherfucker who has said racist shit to me before in the past, you motherfucking right. I noticed the motherfucker said some shit like that. Mommy Rika, what's good? Rashid, what's going on? I mean, family, where's he at? I want to know where he's at. That's what I want to know, family. I want to know where's he at, so we can have a conversation. I told you, I'm not gonna yell at you. Not gonna yell at you. We gonna talk. Right now, I'm talking like this because I'm in here by my fucking self. You come up in here, I'll calm down a little bit. Right now, I'm in here by myself, so I'm gonna talk passionately until you show up. The fuck was he mad about? I call out a fucking European fucking theist. This motherfucker had to jump in the chat and defend him. Fuck you defending him for? When has Darwin Didi ever fucking defended you? When has that racist piece of shit ever jumped out the window and defended you? Huh? I'll wait. I'll wait. When motherfuckers are in the live chat banging on you, Vekl, calling you all stupid and shit, talk on you clown card posse ass motherfuckers out, talk about y'all motherfuckers lack of critical thinking skills, and they playing you motherfuckers out. Where Don Didi be at? Does he jump out the window and say, leave Vekl alone? The fuck you mad about? Can't be fucking serious, family. These motherfuckers are insane. Seriously. Where's he at? Vekl, I'm listening. Where you at, Vekl? Where you at? Where you at? You wanted to jump up to the plate. I wasn't even talking to you. I was talking to your motherfucking, I was talking to your massa. I wasn't talking to you. But you had to get bent out of shape. Because I'm calling out his bullshit. Typical. Typical. Then people wonder why I call them pets. Insane.
Snacks, buddy. Snacks, buddy.
Nigga, what you eating now?
Snacks,
Nigga, what you eating now?
Snacks, nigga.
Nigga, what you buying now?
Snacks, nigga. Snacks,
Nigga, what you nibbling now?
snacks, snacks,
Nigga, what you eating now?
snacks, nigga.
Nigga, what you watching now?
Nigga, snacks, nigga.
Yo, nigga, what you nibbling now?
Snacks,
Yo,
nigga.
nigga, what you eating now?
Nigga,
Nigga, what you watching now?
nigga,
Yo, nigga, what you doing?
nigga.
Already, family. Y'all already know. Ah, damn. G-Man, why I'm calling out Vekl? Because Vekl was up there defending Darwin's deity, racist ass, and his motherfucking horrible behavior earlier today in the stream. I wasn't even talking to Vekl, G-Man. On everything I love, G-Man, I wasn't even talking to Vekl. I sat there, I was talking shit about Don Didi, and Vekl wanted to jump in and play Captain Saber fucking racist. So, I was calling him out. Calling him out. He said he wanted to finish having the conversation, so I'm here. Let's finish talking. Don Didi's a racist, dog. Y'all motherfuckers gotta stop defending theists, racist ass theists. Y'all gotta stop defending them racist ass theists. Y'all see, I don't defend them racist ass atheists. I don't defend them racist ass atheists. I call them motherfuckers out. I bang with them motherfuckers on a regular basis. Y'all seen me do it. Y'all seen me do it. So I don't want to see y'all defend these racist ass theists. Just because they believe in the Bible don't excuse their racist ass behavior. Defending these racists, man. Shit's madness. How do I know G-Man, I told you the same thing I told Vekl. He said racist shit to me. I showed the messages the motherfucker was sending me. Like over a year ago. We talking over a year ago, G-Man. We talking like 2 years ago. I bullshit you not. You gonna lie? You gonna call them Europeans racist if they unless I got proof they fucking racist? Fucking racist. I ain't gotta make up no lies on that motherfucker. The weirdo. That's when I put him on my troll list. And he's been on my troll list since. He be trying to talk to me for the shit out of his ass. Don Didi's a fucking racist. He's a piece of shit. I don't give a fuck whose God he believes in. He's a piece of shit. I don't give a fuck if he don't believe in God. He's a piece of shit. I don't let that bullshit sway my motherfucking opinions. All that tribal bullshit need to stop. Motherfuckers call me tribal. Yeah, okay, yeah, fine. Yeah, I'm tribal. At least I'm tribal about the right shit. Alright? I'm tribal about shit society is tribal about. I'm not gonna be tribal about some motherfucking on some fucking YouTube cliquish fucking fucking theism bullshit. It's bullshit. Defend this motherfucking racist ass piece of shit because he fucking believe in fucking Deuteronomy 2:33 and shit. Don't give a fuck about that shit. 2 Corinthians and shit. Who gives a fuck? He's a racist. Thank you, G-Man. Thank you. I want to see this motherfucker come up in here, man. Tell him I'm not going to yell at him. I'm ranting right now, and I'm smoking. And once I get like to the middle of my blunt, I'll be a little bit better. I'm ranting right now, but I'm all right. Don't confuse my passion with anger. Tell him I ain't going to yell at him, but I want him to come up in here because we need to talk. Know what I mean? Word up. Let's see. Kel, what's good? Zen, what's going on? Yeah, exactly. He's tribal about religion over race. Yeah, he's religion first. He's religion first. He's race last. Like, he don't believe race. Like you gotta hear. That's why I want him to come in here so y'all can just hear. I just want y'all to hear. I don't even want to misrepresent him. I want him to come in here so y'all can hear what his opinions is about race and everything else. I want y'all to hear for yourselves. I don't want to misrepresent him. I don't want him complaining, saying I said this and that's not true and everything. That's why I want him to come in here. Exactly, Nikki. You already know. Black first. Black first. Anything else is counter-revolutionary. Hence why I can't be a liberal, Vekl. Liberals are not black first, Vekl. I can't be a liberal. It's impossible. It's just because I'm liberal on some things, don't think I'm not conservative on other things. I'm liberal about, I might be liberal about this, I might be conservative on that. Depends on which side I think fits my agenda the best. And we all know what my agenda is, because I have no hidden ones. Family family all in the chat saying what my agenda is right now. Shout out to Sister Renee. What's going on, sis? I left him the link. Tell Vekl, if you're listening, I sent you the link on your Google Hangouts. So you got the link. You can step in here, whatever. You got the link. So you ain't even got to ask for it. You already got it. Duma, what's good? I want to debunk some of this madness that he's talking about. I want to, because he got some white supremacist talking points. He got some white supremacist talking points. And you can tell because he came at me just like a white supremacist. He immediately started talking this left-wing liberal bullshit. And I'm over here laughing. He's over here like, don't get mad. Why you mad? Why you mad? I'm like, I ain't mad. I'm laughing. I'm laughing because you think I'm a fucking liberal. Good luck trying to convince those liberals that I'm a liberal. Why don't you do me a favor? Ask some of these liberals if I'm a liberal and try to convince some of these liberals out here, some of these real liberals out here, that I'm a liberal and see what the fuck they tell you. Man, who a liberal? Psycho or conservative? That's what they gonna tell you. And you gonna be like, conservative? That motherfucker liberal as hell. And both of y'all gonna be arguing back and forth on what the fuck I am, and both of y'all gonna be wrong. Both of y'all gonna be wrong. Shit. Don't call me either one. I don't subscribe to no two-party system. I don't subscribe to that crap. That's matrix talk. I'm red pilled out over here. I know what's going on. You know what I mean? Let's see. All right, Vekl. I'm gonna give you X amount more time, Vekl, to see if you pop up. If not, I'm just gonna open this up and start sending a link out to other people, because I'm trying to have a one-on-one conversation here with you, Vekl, but I've been waiting for a minute. You know what I mean? Hopefully you come up in here and defend some of these white supremacist talking points you use, so I can show you that these things get debunked very easily. Very easily. And you can't argue with me with those liberals. You come at me like a liberal, I'm gonna agree with half the shit you say. So you're wasting your time there. So you're going to have to come correct. This is a save, family. I was like, look at this, man. Look at this. Why is it always gotta be one? And you know, and you know what's funny is he came in and said, he's not racist, he's not racist, he's not racist. And you know what's funny is I didn't even make the claim that he was racist in the chat. Even though I do feel like he is a racist, I didn't say that. He just automatically started coming at me with that racist shit. I said his comment had racial undertones. And it did have racial undertones, but you do realize there's a difference between racial and racist, right, Vekl? You do understand there's a difference, right? Apparently you think it's all the same, but it's a difference between racial and racist, just FYI. And that was the claim that I made, and that would be an accurate claim I made, given the fact that I know this man's pattern of behavior. Because if I call somebody a racist, I'm calling them that off a pattern of behavior. The same way if I call somebody a coon, I'm not going to call somebody a coon just because they disagree with me. I call them a coon because they showed me a pattern of behavior. You could disagree with me all day long and not be a coon. But if you start showing me a pattern of behavior, of coonish type behavior, then hey, man, if it walks like a duck, if it quacks like a duck, it ain't a damn mongoose. That's how my reasoning works. I judge shit off a pattern of behavior. Shorty stupid. Oh man. Oh man, it's so much other stuff. I'm not gonna get personal with him. I'm not gonna get personal with him or nothing. Nah, I mean, I can go other places, but I'm not. I'm not, because that's irrelevant to the conversation. I'm not here to blast. I'm here to have this discussion. Yeah, I'm waiting, family. I'm waiting. Let's see. I'm hoping. G-Man said he sent the call out. I sent them the link on Google Hangouts. So, you know, hey, Let's see what happens. Too much black. Y'all crazy up in this chat. Word up, family. That shit is hilarious though. I'm like, why is motherfuckers over here so scared to call out racist motherfuckers, man? I was over there terrified to call motherfuckers out, man. And you know what's funny is I don't motherfuckers make it seem like I go over there and call every white person over there racist, when I actually don't. There's plenty of white people that be over there who I've never called a racist. You can ask them. I never called them a racist. I call out the overt racist. That's who I call. I call out overt racism. If I call out some racist shit, I'm calling out some overt racist shit. That's what I'm calling out. Motherfuckers want to question me though. It is what it is. Question me. Come defend this motherfucker. Come explain to me how he's not a motherfucking racist. How about that? It's a racist piece of shit. He don't think black people can graduate. It's the same motherfucking dude who claimed all the black people over there in all black people. I told him some of these black motherfuckers over here who practice chemical scholars and everything else. He questioned that. This European questioned that. Because apparently black people are dumb and we only could go to community college. You going to tell a lawyer? How you going to tell a lawyer with 4 degrees and insinuate that he went to community college? Why? Because he's black. That's why. Only these European loving ass motherfucking theists over here would not see the racial connotations in that comment. You gonna question a lawyer on his credentials? How the fuck does that even work, family? I've heard him get disrespectful with a lot of Europeans. I've never heard him question, even Europeans who I don't even think went to college. He be debating motherfucking Europeans over there who didn't even go to college. He don't even make them claims to them. He don't even talk that community college to them. But he gets a black lawyer up in there, and here comes the community college comment. But of course, I'm supposed to play stupid and act like this motherfucker ain't making racial undertones. Right. You want to play dumb, you go right on ahead and play dumb. Go be stupid. Alright? He done disrespected you all in your motherfucking face before. All in your face. I've heard him use racial undertones with you, but you was too gullible to even see what the hell he was doing. One day, I'm going to go ahead and put that out there. Fuck it. I'm going to go ahead and put it out there. He ain't here, so I'm about to go ahead and put it out there. One day, I'm over on this black theist stream, right? Dude by the name of Antonio. He was on here before. Me and him had a discussion about the whole national anthem thing, you know, and it ended up being a whole thing about a whole lot of stuff. That conversation went a little bit everywhere. But it started off being about the NFL protests. But I digress. I go over to this black dude, Antonio's stream, right? He's a theist. He's a Bible thumper. Know what I mean? You know, so they over there, and it's, let's see, 1, 2, 3. It's like 4 black dudes up in there, right? And one biracial. Like 4 black dudes and like 1 biracial up in there, and 1 European. Now this European is the same European that I'm talking about, This guy Darwin's deity, right? Same fucking European, right? Racist dude, right? Got racist with me before and everything, right? So I'm in the live shit. I'm just listening to this shit, right? Because first of all, I'm bugging out that these dudes are even in the room with this racist. But I'm sitting here and I'm like, let me sit back, let me listen. Let me listen to how they correspond with this motherfucker, right? Because they run around this motherfucking racist like a little lap dog. It's disgusting. These black theists over here be really chasing behind this motherfucker like a lap dog. It's really sad and pathetic to see, right? But anyways, they up here laughing and joking and everything in the room, right? Now, he looks over at this Vekl dude, right? And out of the clear blue sky, shit just came out of nowhere. They wasn't talking about anything that led up to this or nothing. He just looked over at Vekl and was like, yeah, Vekl, so you got an Asian wife, huh? Just in case y'all didn't know, yes, Vekl has an Asian wife. Now, we all know, family, how Europeans deem Asian women. European men fetish Asian women. They all try to marry Asian women. If you go look at the polls and the statistics, it will clearly state and show you that Europeans' number one fantasy or number one woman that they desire are Asian women, right? So now he looks over at Vekl, and I guess in his head something clicked that Vekl has an Asian woman, right? So he sits up there, he says, yeah, Vekl, so you got an Asian wife, right? And Vekl like, yeah, I got an Asian wife. And he looked over and was like, Vekl, how the heck did you pull that off? Right? The European motherfucker looked over at Vekl and said, how in the heck did you pull that off? Like, in other words, black people are incapable of dating an Asian. Only Europeans can bag Asians. Now, y'all already know how I feel about swirling and everything else. That's a different topic. I'm just trying to stick to what I'm getting at, right? Now, he says this, and he's kind of like, like in awe that Vekl was able to bag an Asian wife, right? Because he's black. And black people aren't supposed to be able to do that. So he was making all types of little digs and everything else, pretty much like, trying to insinuate that Vekl must have drugged her or some craziness he was trying, something along those lines, like what did he do? Like she was incapable of seeing Vekl, digging Vekl, and falling in love and getting married or whatever the case may be. Like that's just impossible. That's out the realm of possibility. No, he had to do something to her. Right? Now he's saying all this and they all over there laughing about this shit. Everything else, they laughing, all this other thing. I'm like, yo. I'm like, yo, you don't see that he's disrespecting the shit out of you? First of all, why the fuck is he up in here discussing your wife like that? First and foremost. Second, why the fuck is he so concerned about how you bagged her, how you was able to get with her, whatever the case may be? Why is he so, why is he acting like that is out the realm of possibility? Like, because if he was European, if Vekl was European, he wouldn't have been in shock the way he was. But he already has this preconceived notion about black people. He thinks we don't have fathers. He's made that claim to me before too. I must not have my daddy. I must not know who my daddy is. Right. But this is what he thinks about black people. The only way we can graduate college, unless it's a community college, we don't know who our fathers are. We're uneducated. We're unable to get anything that white people desire, like Asian women, unless we did something. This is how this motherfucker thinks. Right? But see, these motherfuckers won't say nothing. They won't call this motherfucker out because he believes in God. And not only that, they will make excuses for this motherfucker. They will laugh, joke with this motherfucker. They will chase behind him like a lap dog. It's disgusting, family. It's disgusting. It's insane. But of course, what the fuck I know? I'm just the angry racist black guy, right? I'm just the angry racist black guy. Fuck it. He accused me of race baiting. Yeah, of course, I gotta be race baiting, right? Right. Okay, fine, whatever. I'm just very observant, motherfucker. Don't get mad at me because I'm observant. Just disrespecting the crap out of everybody. Like, they just make all the excuses in the world for this motherfucker. Boy, this motherfucking piece of shit ass motherfucking dog. They make all kind of excuses for this motherfucker. It's so pathetic. It's nothing worse than seeing black people who don't think anything's racist. I was just building with y'all about this the other day, family. It's nothing worse than a black motherfucker who refused to believe that anything's fucking racist. That's a pathetic sight. Crazy. And I done defended this motherfucker. I done defended his ass on numerous occasions. On numerous occasions, I done defended this motherfucker. Straight up. Motherfuckers done called him a bold-faced, called him all kinds of niggas this and nigga that and everything else. I clapped on motherfuckers for him. Clapped on motherfuckers. Anybody who said any racist shit about him around me, I clapped on him. And if he tells you I didn't, he's a fucking liar. I clapped on so many motherfuckers because they called him a nigger. Not me. They called him a nigger. And I clapped on these motherfuckers. But this motherfucker turned around and defends this racist ass European piece of shit when I'm calling him out on his fuck shit. This is what I get for my troubles, family. This is what I get for sticking up for somebody who I deem to be my brother. That's what I get in return. Even if the motherfucker thought that Darwin Diddy wasn't a fucking racist, even if he thought that in his heart of hearts, given who the fuck I am and what I've done for him, he should at least shut the fuck up. And minded his fucking business, because I did not drag him in this. I done took up for all the motherfuckers over there at one point or another. I can't even think of a black motherfucker who be over there who I ain't never stuck up for at one point in time or another. That's real talk. And that's real talk. Somebody tell me the black motherfucker who's over there who I never defended. I'll wait. Racist motherfuckers can't talk that dumb shit around me. I don't give a fuck if they atheists, theists, whoever. I'll call them out. Call them. Give a fuck what they believe. What they believe is irrelevant once they go there. Once they cross that race line, whatever they believe goes out the fucking window. Why? Because I know how to stay on code, motherfuckers. I know how to stay on code. Something some of you motherfuckers need to learn how to fucking do. They know how to get on code. You too gullible to realize that shit. Please. Can somebody from G Plus tell me the black motherfucker I never stood up for? At one point in time, I'm still waiting. I'm still waiting. Waiting. You can't. That motherfucker's crazy. So sick of black people jumping up motherfucking I got fighting through motherfuckers' pets to get to a motherfucker. Fucking pets, man. Always gotta be the fucking pets. Ain't even talking to this dude. Wasn't even talking to him. Wasn't talking to him or about him. But he felt the need to jump up and defend that motherfucker. He won't jump up that fast to defend me, though. He won't jump up that fast to defend me. Motherfuckers talk shit about me. That motherfucker is crickets. Crickets. Oh, but let me say something about that racist piece of shit and look how fast that motherfucker jump up. Look how fast he jumped up. I'm about to drop the link, family. He ain't coming. I'm about to drop the link. Anybody want to come in here, y'all can. Fuck it. Fuck it. Whatever. I waited long enough, family. I gave him a lot of time. Give me 1 second. Yeah, let's do it that way. Give me 1 second, family. I'm coming. Vekl, if you come through, you want to come in, you can. Again, you already have the link. Told you, don't be scared. I won't bite you. Let's see. All right, give me 1 second, family. I forgot about that. All right, let's do it this way. save this. Alright, there we go. Alright. Give me 1 second, family. I know I'm taking a second. Give me 1 second. I'm trying to drop this link for y'all. Yeah, let's do it that way. That should still work, right? All right. Nope. Damn it. Why is this not copying? Let's see if that works. Hopefully that works. Nope. Damn. Yes, so. Alright, I just gotta go this way. Alright, my fault, family. Give me 1 second. He gonna cry in the car. Y'all stupid over here. Y'all stupid. Alright, let's do it this way. This is the only way it's gonna work. Why did I do all that? You know, I ain't about to do all that. Yep, I should have did all this before I smoked, family. I'm over here taking way too long with this. I thought he was gonna come through, family. That's what happened. I thought the motherfucker was gonna come through. Motherfucker made a statement like, be a man, but then he don't show up here. Telling me to be a man, but won't show up here. Ain't that about a bitch? Be a man. Get away from those Europeans and come over here and do what y'all and do what you do, man. Links in the description, family. Links in the description. Y'all should see it there. Anybody want to come in, y'all can. And make sure the link showed up. Yep, it did. Alright. Alright, link should work, family. Links in the chat, in the description, family. Whoever want to come in here, come in here. Let's get it in. Let's see. He sitting down wearing Kool-Aid. Oh, man. I mean, you know, family, I mean, hey, man, I don't understand it, family. I don't understand it. You know, we get these black people that just love to talk shit about other black people for some reason. I don't know what. Like, people that cry racist stuff when it's convenient. You know what I mean? You ever notice these types always cry racism whenever it's convenient for them to cry racism? They don't cry it out when they see it. They only cry it out when it's convenient for them to call it out. You know, when it suits their narrative or suits their agenda, they'll call it out. Because an atheist couldn't have came in there and said, like, this dude's insane. I don't even know why. Dude straight came up in the live chat and said, I called Bro Joe's wife a nigger and I'm not racist. He really said that. European really said that. And Vekl really co-signed it. Vekl co-signed it. He co-signed it. I'm not making this shit up. Yeah. I mean, listen. He's heard me say a whole lot worse before. I'm telling him I ain't gonna bite him, man. I told him, man, we gonna have a nice, normal conversation. Know what I mean? But while he wasn't here, I'm gonna rant until you get here. You know, gave him time to get, gave him a full hour. You know what's sad? Back to love. You probably right. You probably right, son. You probably right. Yeah, he probably does make Don. Yeah, Don Lemon does kind of look like Dr. Khalid Muhammad. Yeah, compared to, yeah, that's kind of true. Yeah, that's kind of true. That's bad, but true. Hell, shit, the way he was talking in the live chat, he was acting like he was baiting me into a conversation. I'm like, shit, we can have this conversation. We can have this conversation. Oh, we can have it. We can have it. I love to debunk some of that craziness that's coming out your mouth. I would love to debunk that shit. Oh, we can have it. You know, ask Antonio, man. Antonio came up in here. I didn't yell at him. I didn't scream at him. Come up in here. Don't worry about no yelling and screaming. Don't worry about none of that shit. Antonio came up in here. I didn't yell at him. We had a normal conversation. I didn't agree with him, but we had a conversation. Yeah, links in again, links in the description, family. Those looking to come up in here, if you got anything you want to say, I'll wait a little while longer. See what's really good. Yeah, he probably don't want to be on my turf, shorty. He probably doesn't. He probably wanted to have it where we was at. I mean, I always had those conversations up there and everything else. Motherfuckers won't come over here though. Motherfuckers love, like, I had those conversations over there all the time. I don't even like having those conversations over there. And it ain't because I'm scared to have those conversations over there. It's because people already look at me as like, first thing he said was race beta. All stuff. Like, they try to spread this narrative that I was some race beta or something like that and everything else. So fuck it. So if that's the case, then let's have it over here so people can't make that accusation. Because now we over here on my turf. This is what we talk about. This is what I talk about. This is my shit. Let's talk about it. Let's do our thing. Let's do it. You can't accuse me of this. Can't all this other stuff. Everything else. Ain't no appealing to white people. You ain't gonna have no white savior come up in there and defend you because you getting your ass cracked with logic. You're getting your ass cracked with logic, and here come the Europeans. It always happens like that. I get them black motherfuckers over there in the corner with logic and reasoning, and next thing I know, here come the Europeans. It'll start off with one. Then next thing you know, that one came in there. Now the other motherfuckers want to come up in there. So next thing I know, it's like 2, 3. And then it's like 4, 5. Next thing I know, damn near the whole fucking room is European, and it's still just that one black dude that I was trying to have a conversation with. And next thing I know, I'm arguing with all 8, 9 of these fucking Europeans, and the black motherfucker over there in the corner not saying shit. Peace, Renee. Renee, the links in the description if you want it. Heard up. Let's see. It's his natural walk. He doesn't want to. Yeah. He probably making some oxtail egg roll. Yeah. Yo, I ain't fucking with y'all, man. I ain't fucking with y'all in this chat, man. I'm about to stop reading this chat. Y'all. Yo, back to love of fucking. Yo, y'all motherfuckers is crazy, son. Y'all motherfuckers is crazy, family. That's some funny shit right there. That shit is hilarious. Oh, man. Let's see what happened over here. All right, there we go. My bad about that music, family. All right, there we go. That shit is hilarious, though, family. All right, there we go. That's what it's supposed to be. All right. So Renee about to get ready to come up in here. Hurry up, Renee. I was about to get ready to close out if nobody came in here. Alright, let me set everything up. Alright, let's get that. All right, mic check, mic check, mic check. Can y'all hear me? Can y'all hear me? Well, I don't hear nothing. All right, let me get a mic check. Mic check, mic check. 1, 2. All right, for whatever reason, this isn't running. Why isn't this running? All right, there you go. All right. Okay, y'all can hear me? Okay, cool. All right, my fault. Got a little confused for a second there, family, trying to set everything up. All right. Let's see if we get Renee up in here. We can actually talk about some actual topics then, family. You know what I mean? Because there's some shit that went down, family. I mean, I could be talking about some other shit. A lot of shit went down. I'm trying to remember now because I didn't start this stream with nothing in particular in mind. Well, I know one thing I want to talk about. I'm gonna do a whole stream on that because I don't even want to touch on it too much. That's too much out. But I got a special stream coming up. Probably gonna do it on either what's the day? Tuesday, either tomorrow or Thursday. I gotta do it before Friday, so I got a special stream. Let's see what else I got planned. I'm not sure. We gotta get Renee, hurry up and get Renee up in here so I can ask her what her plans is for tomorrow. Let's see. Valentine's Day, family, not my thing. I don't celebrate that crap. You know, it's a bullshit holiday. Girls like that shit. You know what I mean? It's a girl's holiday. It's a female's holiday. So, you know, We'll see. We'll see. Let's see. Send it to you through Hangouts. You ain't get it. Link isn't working. Got you. I don't know why it's not working. All right, I'm gonna send it to you on Hangout. Then I'm gonna try to redo it. There you go. I sent it to you, Renee. And let me see if I can fix this over here. There you go. I sent it to you, Renee. I'm about to try to fix this link in the chat too. I mean, excuse me, in the description. I don't know what the hell that's all about. Let's see if I can fix it. YouTube been acting real shady about passing these links. I don't know what's going on. Yeah, why isn't this working? That's the right link. Why isn't it working? All right, I just redid the link. I don't know if it's gonna work or not, but I just redid it. See if that works. All right, let's see. Try to refresh this. See if that worked. Of course, it don't work. That's the weirdest. Oh man. Why isn't this links working? I don't know why these links don't be working, family. I posted in the chat, it don't work. I posted there, it isn't working. I don't know what the fuck's going on with these links nowadays. Google done did some funny stuff. I can't even drop it in the chat no more. So if anybody's looking for the link, let me know. And I gotta probably hit you through Google Plus. See. All right. So we'll see. Renee, did you get the link? Let me know if you got the link, Renee. I'm waiting for you to get up in here. But yeah, what else do I want to talk about? Help me out, family. What happened over the weekend? Some stuff happened over the weekend. I'm drawing blanks right now. Oh, there go Renee right there. Okay, there you go. What's good, Renee?
Yeah, I'm Val. Or what's the person name?
Vekl. Vekl's his name. Black theist from over there in that debate community. You didn't talk to him that one time you was over there. I don't think you got to talk to him. Matter of fact, you might have talked to him like earlier when you first got in there. Maybe I don't remember if he was in there still.
Okay,
but he was in there in the beginning of the conversation. I don't remember if he was still there when you got there.
The name is Vekl. That's already sound.
I don't know.
Somebody cooning. So.
I know he is definitely off the chain. Like he is off the chain. Again, he's one of these pets. You know, one of these guard dogs. You know, he I got to fight through him in order to get to a racist. You know, that guy, you know, jump in the middle and tell you that the guy who called you a nigga isn't racist. He's that guy.
Yeah. I totally, I understand. I already know. And I love the short. I'm telling y'all, please, I've put this out before, but please, y'all, white supremacists or even these coons, bring them to us. Like the ones who really want to get it in, and bring them to us, because I think it's important for us to, and we talk about this all the time, but it's important for us to show Black people how to handle these type of people, how to handle coons, how to handle these white supremacists, how to handle these Black white supremacists and their rhetoric that they push. So we need to give more examples of these people's so-called logic or whatever being destroyed. So yeah.
Yeah, I agree, man, because it's dangerous rhetoric. I mean, it's straight white supremacist talking points. You know, again, you argue with these types, you with a white supremacist, because they're gonna it's the same rhetoric, because they hang around these white supremacists,
right?
And you know, they listen to these dudes, and these dudes, when they listen to them when they talk this negative rhetoric about Black people, and they hear this stuff and they get brainwashed and they start believing this crap, because you know they don't hear any good, because they in echo chambers. You know, like the only Black people that's in there is them, and they agree with them, so they're not hearing any counter arguments or nothing like that. So to them, the logic sound, you know, it makes perfect sense to them, and it's sound. But they need to, but you know, they don't run into people who's used to these talking points that can rebut this and everything else. And then once because you know they copy and paste. So they going off a script. So when they reading their little white supremacist scripts and talking points, and you start debunking it, and then you start coming back at them with stuff that they're not used to hearing, or they're not used to hearing certain responses or whatever, they stuck. Because now they off script. And they say that because they like, damn, this ain't in the motherfucking little booklet that I got.
How did you come?
They sent me this white supremacist booklet, and they ain't got no stuff in here to counter that argument. What the fuck do I do now?
Yeah.
So, you know, so they confused.
Exactly. And man, I just love destroying these people, but it's like so many people who like refuse to even like deal with me, because you know, in this type of way, because they understand what it is. See, they like going against people who, you know, not disrespectfully, but they don't really necessarily know any better. And like you said, they can use their little white supremacist talking points and get people caught up, and they don't really know how to answer or respond to it. And so it's like, yeah, I told them, you know, but then when they have people who do, you know, like you said, they like, damn, what's the next part of my script? I don't know how to respond to Black people who know what they talking about, and that can crush you and destroy you with facts, not with, you know, whatever, like with real facts. So man, please,
and
these cool and these white folk, y'all, come on. Now let's deal with it. Let's get it in.
For real. And sis, matter of fact, you know what? That's one of the things I want to talk about, and it's a perfect segue. Let's talk about the whole Tariq debate with what's that white supremacist name he was debating again? I forgot his name. Jared, whatever. I forgot his name. Jared something. Yeah.
Jared Taylor. I think Taylor. Okay. His last name.
Yeah, Jared Taylor. Yeah. What's your opinion about that debate?
Well, first of all, too, something I really want to do. I don't know if you can pull up this channel, not to play a video or anything, but I just want to show the family our traitors are. We need to find out who our traitors are. And this guy did a video on that whole debate with Tariq and dude. And I've been wanting to actually do a show on this guy This guy's name is, and it's not about promoting him, but this is about showing you who our enemies are within our own race, showing you what people are working for who, showing you who are agents. This is what we need to be discussing and putting on the table too. So just to real quick, I want to tell you about this guy named Akintunde, and I'm gonna send you. Would you be able to just to pull up his page if I send you the link?
Yeah, I should be able to.
Okay. I mean, you don't have to play any videos or anything.
Okay.
If you don't want to, I just want to send you so people can see who I'm talking about. And this dude is a straight up and down agent, straight up and down race trader. So what people got to understand is there's definitely a new hustle. And one of these hustles, of course, of being a coon. A coon is nothing new. We know that. But in the day and age of technology and social media, YouTube or whatever, you have the coons, you know, out here getting it in. They putting in that work for white mommy and daddy. So you have this guy, and I came across his channel originally because he was doing something on colorism or something, which I was in agreement with him. But then I started noticing as the video is going, more rhetoric, white supremacist rhetoric being interwoven. And I'm like, wait a minute. He started talking about, yeah, and these niggas, they gonna start blaming the white man. You know how they do. They start. Slow down. So we're talking about issues within our community, whatever. How do you jump to being in defense of the so-called of the white man? Wait a minute. Now I got to look at you with a damn magnifying glass because you just slid in some stuff and some people who may not be as much, you know, I analyze things all the way down. People who may not analyze things in the same way, they may not catch that in the same way. So then I started going and looking at some of his videos. I've been on that man's ass, like to the point where he's like, oh my gosh. And he started going and deleting my comments. I said, why did you delete my comment? Because he's this person, oh, yeah, I'm a coon, and y'all comment coon, and y'all do this, and that. But why you erasing my comments, though? Because I'm getting in your behind. Oh, no, I rarely delete comments. Oh, well, you rarely did it to my thing. Like, let's be real then. Okay, I was one of those rare occasions. So basically, this dude, he uses every single story that comes. All his videos are about nothing but Black people, but not in terms of empowerment, not in terms of being aware of what's going on and what's happening, in terms of saying the things that white people want to say. Thus, you look at his comment section, it's full of nothing but white people and trolls and white supremacists who are in there. Oh, that's right. You're a smart guy. Oh, yeah. I love intelligent people like you. Anytime you see all these white people, you know what it is. So he's in this video, and he did a video, was on Black women. Vice did this video on Black women who are making some retreat or vacation, basically, that's anti-white. They want to be where there are no, like a vacation from white people, basically. So he did this video on that. He used every angle he could to put down and demean everything that the sisters were doing. And he went into doing all of these deflections. And yeah, y'all want to get away from white people, but it's the Black people who are doing things. You want to get away from the hood, you out here getting killed. It's niggas that's doing this and that. Not these white people. So I asked him before, I said, who are you working for? Who are you working for? Because for somebody to put in that much time and effort, I mean, if you literally go through his videos, you will see exactly what I mean. Somebody who puts in that much time and effort to go in and finding any story you can with an angle to demean Black people while uplifting white people is being paid to do that. You can't convince me otherwise that you doing this just to do it. No, the hell you not. Why is your comment section full of white supremacists, full of people talking about nigger this, nigger that? Interrupt. But when a black woman come in and check you and pull your card on you and tell you what you are, oh, you delete my comments though, right? But you not working for nobody? You a damn lie. You a damn lie. So I want to start putting these people on blast, these people who are doing this, that's working with these white folk, because we have to understand that words have power. You know what I'm saying? I know people want to be like, oh, well, it's not that deep. Yeah, it is. Because some people don't understand what's really happening. The war, we know we've been in the war and the battle for our people's minds as well. So when you have a whole system that's dedicated to influencing you in such a negative way about yourself and your own people, we got to call that stuff out. And we especially got to let these Negroes know. Like I told them, I said, honey, I'm taking notes. I'm taking names and notes. So understand that when they turn on you, because they will turn on you, you ain't got nowhere to go. Because your name is mud. And I was like, I'm going to let everybody I know about you, know about your channel, know about what you're doing. And this is where Black people need to start getting on one page about something. Everybody talking about whatever frivolous stuff, you know, like the Quincy Jones and this and that. Even though we talked about that, and I do want to talk about that, it's bigger stuff, real things going on that you could have a multitude of Black independent media outlets speaking about. And that's going to cause because so many people, Black people. So some Black people may watch this channel or that channel or this, that, or the other. But if we're on the same page, then that has a bigger impact of trying to reach more Black folk. So I'm sorry, y'all, to run my mouth, but I had to put that out there. And I want to put his link up.
These coons, they'll take you there. they will take you there. They will, because you, like, their logic and reasoning is so out of whack. And it's just like, are you like, you almost dumbfounded that it's Black people out here who really think like this. And it's almost like, and you want, and I always get fascinated and kind of want to challenge them. Like I want to force them to show me that their worldview is on point. Like, you know, I challenge them on their stuff, like on their bullshit, and like prove to me that this is you talking and not a white supremacist, and you're not just regurgitating white supremacist talking points. Like I like to challenge them. Like, do you really believe this stuff that you're saying? Like, you know, like, and, you know, like back them into a corner, because, you know, it's certain things they can't deny. Well, they could try to deny, but they can't. The only thing they can do is try to minimize it. That's the only thing they try to do. And at that point, then the debate's over, you know, because, you know, you pretty much already admitted that's there. You're just trying to minimize it. Then that's bullshit. I'm not going to listen to you trying to minimize something that's majorly fucking us up. I'm not. That's madness. Like, so I'm going to challenge you. I'm going to challenge you on these whacked out ass beliefs you have.
I think you just put a video up 11 hours ago that says, a very special tribute to my white female subscribers. Let me tell y'all the last few video titles that he has.
Tribute to his white subscribers. So he's making tributes to white, this is specifically to his white subscribers. Nigga snacks. Nigga snacks.
Let me give y'all the last few titles of his videos. This viral video explains why so many Black men get murdered every day. I guess it's some dudes getting into it in the mall or some bullcrap. Then it's the very special tribute to my white female subscribers. Then Inside Voice, Dr. Boyce Watkins' profanity-laced tirade. And then, y'all, this one is what really put me over the edge. He had the video up, he put up within the last day. The Michelle Obama portrait rekindles the is Michelle Obama a transgender debate on social media. That ain't nothing but a damn white supremacist talking point. white
Absolutely.
supremacist rhetoric. That's all the hell you ever heard pushing no stuff about no Michelle Obama is a man and
Yep.
Joan Rivers said that. That's bull. Excuse my French. That's bullshit. And on top of that, I ain't no stand for no damn Obamas or nothing like that. But I'm just calling the white supremacist rhetoric out where I see it.
Exactly.
And that's what that is. And you know exactly whom he's pandering to, creating videos like that. Michelle Obama ain't no damn in the White House no more. That's over and done with. Deal with Melania. Deal with what the hell she is. A lesbian, a whore, a hoe, and she's probably a damn man. Deal with that. But he's not gonna do no video on the first lady being a straight up whore, a lesbian whore. That though. So this is what pisses me off.
And you know, I'm glad you mentioned that, because you know it kills me when these people automatically assume that. I just talked about this earlier, how people automatically assume you're a liberal, and they just automatically just start going in on, and they just start changing all they talking points is liberal this and liberal that and liberal. These are people that hang around Fox News and Alex Jones too fucking long. That's what the hell that is. Because apparently, according to black conservatives, the only way you can fight racism is to be liberal. That's the only way you can. That's the only way, is to be liberal. So in other words, if you're black and conservative, you're a coon, because you can't be conservative and not be a white supremacist or a coon, according to your logic. Conservatives don't fight against racism, only liberals. So that means all the white supremacist coons are conservative, according to your logic. So, so pretty much you're admitting that you either a coon or a white supremacist when you talk that dumb shit. Every time you only white, because you notice only coons and white supremacists use those little stupid ass talking points. You liberals with your race cards and your liberals and your racist this and liberal that and all this other crap, everything else. Like, you telling on yourself, bruh. You telling on yourself every time you make these little stupid ass claims. And but the touch on the top, I want to touch on the Tariq.
Yeah, I'm sorry. Yes.
Yeah, I don't think it was Tariq's best debate. I thought he should have touched on certain points that he stayed away from, and I kind of understand why some of the talking points that he should have used, and that's because Tariq's an integrationist on the low. Like Tariq on the low. I mean, because you know he's all into the swirl. You know, he notice he does, he's not like, he'll call out white supremacists, but he's not opposed to messing with Becky. You understand? So it's like, you can't be a swirler and not be somewhat of an integrationist. You have to be. If you can't, like, how you accept it, but you talking about swirling. That doesn't add up. You understand what I'm saying? So when he was, and the reason why I'm saying this is because the part that bugged me about the debate, as far as what angle Tariq took, was when he brought up the whole Asian countries, when he brought up China and Japan and everything else, and how those economies are thriving without white people being up in there and everything else. Well, my rebut would be like, well, yeah, you're kind of proving my point. You know, black people have been integrated with white supremacy and European westernized society. So therefore, we are not thriving within the societal makeup that you made up. These Asians are thriving because they didn't subscribe to the westernized European colonization. Like, y'all wasn't able to colonize China. Y'all wasn't able to colonize Japan. Y'all wasn't able to colonize these places, so therefore their economy is thriving. So pretty much you're kind of proving that we need to get the fuck away from you motherfuckers. Y'all are the problem. Like, you motherfuckers are the problem. Like you mentioned a bunch of countries that are isolate themselves from you, and you're telling me that their economy's thriving, and then you're wondering why we ain't like this when we don't have any countries that's isolated from you motherfuckers. Like, we don't have, like, you could mention Haiti and this, that, and the third, everything else, but Haiti was pretty much an island that got flooded with slaves and then taken over by a revolt. They didn't have anything to build off of. You understand what I'm saying? Like they were starting from scrap for nothing.
Right.
You understand? Like there's no resources on that island. Where's the resources on that island at? Third, like you know, I could show you the resources in China and in Japan and everything, but there is no resources in Haiti. You understand? You go to Africa, most of Africa has been colonized and stripped of all their resources. So where is the land where we're isolated from that has resources for us to thrive? Like we don't have that, and that's because of white supremacy. But see, Tariq didn't want to go there because Tariq wanted to mess around with Becky, and that kind of talk means he can't mess around with Becky no more. And like, well, I ain't gonna say he wants to mess around with Becky, but I oppose to messing around with Becky. Let's just
he with Becky's daughter.
Right.
Well, I totally agree. I understand where you're coming from. I will say though that the reason I see it a little different and see it as being successful, is because first of all, the man he was debating is supposed to be some, you know, intellectual, some, you know, Harvard. He's taught at Harvard and whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And you know, this is supposedly beneath him. And so he thought, I honestly believe that he was just gonna come in and he was just gonna wash Tariq. And that's really not what ended up happening. It ended up happening that the white dude actually kept going in circles and he was unable to.
I said that's what they do. You know, they move the goalposts all the time. I mean, they throw like 1,000 different things at you, and you know, and hope something sticks. You understand?
Right.
I like I said, he kind of backed Tariq in the corner at that point because again, Tariq didn't want to commit to saying that we need to get away from you, mother. Like he didn't want to commit to saying, you know, and because he didn't want to commit to saying that, he got tripped up right there, and they kind of leaned on that a little bit. I'm saying to myself, like, bro, why you not just like, like, why you not pointing out that he's making your point for you, like.
But see, no, I some of the ways in which he did things, I would have did things differently. Yeah, I know I like to debate and things. I would have did some things differently. However, what I do like about that is he put the ball in their court because his whole thing is trying to deny white supremacy.
Mm-hmm.
The white dude's whole thing is trying to deny white supremacy. But yet, if I put the ball in your court and you're telling me how inferior black people are and these types of things,
right? If
black people are so inferior, why do you have to create a whole system in which to keep these inferior people oppressed? That's redundant. Right. And then I like how he put it in his court and said, well, then what should be done with black people? Because remember, these people are so intelligent, they're so brilliant, they know everything, and they've got it all lined up. I want you to say what should be done with black people. Because remember, you're not a white supremacist now, right? You're not talking about supposedly wink wink. You're not talking about harming black people or doing this and that to black people. So then what should be done with black people, Mr. White Man, Mr. Nonsense White Man? What should be done with black people because we're so inferior, where our IQs are low?
Mm.
What do you think? So I actually like his strategy on that.
Mm. Mm.
The white dude knew where he could go with that.
Yeah, ultimately he did say,
because that would blow his whole cover of saying he's not a white supremacist. So I'll put all in your court to sit back.
Ultimately, he did say that he think the races should separate. When he said that, he did ultimately say that at one point in time in the debate. He said he thinks the races should separate. I'm like, I won't argue with you about. Like, you know, that. But and that moderator, that baked Alaska motherfucker, that racist ass piece. That motherfucker right there, he was biased as shit. Like, can you be any less biased
And and of course he was one of
Okay.
the main ones moving the goalposts. He just came out of nowhere like, yeah, Kareem, people in the chat want to know, was you Kangs? And they're like, what the fuck? And he was trying to get Tariq to say that shit so they can get a sound bite. And I'm glad Tariq didn't bite for that bullshit. I'm glad he didn't bite.
Right, and I told you that.
Then he moved the goalposts again and was like, well, yeah, Tariq, people in the chat want to know, what about black on black crime? I'm like, really?
Right.
Talk about motherfucking read it right off the fucking script. Talking about right on cue. Cue. What about black on black crime? It never fails. It never fails. You gotta talk about these motherfuckers. You gotta talk about black on black crime and Chicago. You better know about black on black crime, and you better know about Chicago, or else they gonna fuck you up. Whenever you talking to these coons and these white supremacists that use the same talking points, you better know about those topics.
And see, on that, I would now, again, I don't think it was really a debate, and I can understand some of his strategies that he used. Because like I said, you got to understand that they're already coming in the door trying to say, oh, this guy's an idiot. Jared is so smart. He's a Harvard professor and all of this kind of stuff. But he came in, Jared was unable to nail anything down. We got to look at that aspect as well. He couldn't nail anything down. He couldn't keep anything down. And Tariq had him on the run for quite a bit of time. And every time he would go into his little laugh, or if you notice, and then you notice at the end, he's the one that had to get up out of there. And it wasn't on some, yeah, I defeated you, I'm done. It was on some, was this smart for me to really take this? Wow, I thought I was really just going to trump over this guy, because the thing is that Tariq didn't push back on him on the stuff that they wanted Tariq to push back on, so that they could give an avalanche on top of him.
Well,
so he kind of played along with it. Yeah, he kind of played along.
I mean,
answer.
I don't think he did as bad as some people was trying to make it out to be. There were certain points I thought he could have handled better. Like I said, this wasn't the best debate I've seen him have, but I don't think he did horrible. I just don't. I just think it was certain points I wish he really would have tackled. But I know why. I think I explained why he didn't tackle certain points the way he could have or should have.
Yeah, and I think too that it wasn't really a debate. You feel me? Because
it was more of a conversation.
It was more of a conversation. Exactly. It was just a conversation. And, some people were also saying that he had on his side the white dude, because people had to end up going to his side to watch because of Tariq's technical difficulties, which we know that was by design. But because y'all know he's being monitored and y'all know how it is out here. But that he was having like the volume down and he was doing other little things. And if you notice too, that if the dude was just completely obliterating Tariq, the Alaska dude had to try to come in to double team, because they homeboy Jared Taylor wasn't doing as sharp as they thought he was doing. And this is another thing, tactic, y'all, we got to realize is that the white supremacists, and Tariq had brought this out on his show, and even though y'all know I don't rock with him on a lot of things, on some things I do agree with, but he brought this out, and this is key on how the white supremacist websites, what is it, one of the ones, the Daily Storm, or the Daily, I can't think of the name right off the top of my head right now, but how they put out that whole pamphlet, basically, if you will, online about people, how to troll properly, in trolling black people sites and different things on social media, etc., how to properly do it. And one of the things they said is, even when you're losing, you always say you're winning. You always say you win. You always say you've won. You always say you're doing the best. You always, always, always sell your winning. Now, privately, you discuss how you failed. Privately, you discuss how you know, this went wrong and that went wrong and what happened over here. But publicly, you have the masses of people on the same page who are pushing and promoting your winning, pushing and promoting how great you've done. And if you look at it with the debate, with the one Tariq put up, because that's what I went back and watched on his channel, all of these white supremacists, all these white people's coming over there thumbsing down. They were coming over there commenting. And honey, let me tell you, I put a comment up there. That comment got 200 and something responses. When I tell you, I shut they ass down. I shut they ass down. Them white people came out the woodwork and what about this? I shut them down. I shut them down so bad that they was coming one after another with these comments. I laid it all out. I went into crime. I went into everything. They had, because people was going for 200 and something comments based off of me saying that Tariq won, that I liked his strategy. I like how he laid it out, how he set it up. And no matter what, these white people are still going to proclaim that they, quote unquote, won. Them people was mad. And that goes to show you that if you won and you are successful, hey, this person ain't called me in forever.
Right.
I'm like, what he calling for? I have to hit him back. But you could go on, these people, if y'all won, y'all did all this, why do you have to be over here on this page saying all that? Why do you gotta be over here trying to, oh yeah, he won it, and Tariq didn't make any real points, and you guys are crazy, you black people are crazy. Do all that. If y'all won, sit back and soak it in, right? Mm-hmm. So they really understand that they looked bad because the Harvard professor was brought down to the level of a we was kings and shit.
Yeah.
The Harvard professor was brought down to a Mac, a black pimp. Okay? This is what they call Tariq, and some of it is true. But anywho, they brought it down to the lip smacking Mac. Okay? So you gotta look at it. I'm just saying that's how I see it in the bigger framework. You feel me?
Yeah. Yeah. Again, it was interesting to hear. Like I said, the moderator turned me off. There were certain things that turned me off. The moderator being one. I thought he was a douchebag. Must have paid Tariq, because I don't know why he accepted to do that on their platform. He must have got paid. That's the only thing I could think of. But yeah, I thought it was a joke, like the whole format and everything, the way it was all set up. It was real obvious what was going on there. They brought Tariq in there to try to clown him.
Because, you know, this is what my thing is. Because I feel like if I was debating, first of all, I want timed rounds where each person is muted for this period of time while the other is able to present their ideas and their information, and so that the people can hear and people can actually make, you know, a real educated decision on either side, even though most people are going to fall into cognitive dissonance, regardless, but still, that's how I would want to do it, because it's some things I definitely feel like Tariq could have went there with, and it was some things I feel he was very with on certain levels, and I'm like, okay, I can understand your on certain things, but other things I'm like, I would have kind of did this.
Yeah, it was one thing, and Tariq did one thing. It bugged me a little bit, but that's just his position. I don't agree with his position on this. When he started talking about the whole blacks being all over the world and talking about how Italians are black and all this other thing, I'm like, stop, man.
Yeah.
Stop with that. First of all, who he was referring to were the Sicilians. That's who he's referring to, because the Sicilians actually more darker than the other Italians. And that's because they was race mixing with slaves, with black people. You know, they was race mixing with black people, and they became a darker hue in Sicily. For those who don't know, Sicily is the little, you know how Italy is shaped like a boot, and it looked like the boot is kicking a rock. Sicily's the rock that Italy is kicking. That's Sicily. And you got the Sicilians over there. They have a darker hue because of race mixing and everything else. But again, I don't hold the position that mixed people are black. So therefore, and they definitely look more Italian than they do black.
Right.
You know, just because they got a little bit darker complexion, they still got all the European hair, stringy hair, and they like they just look like whites with tans. That's what they look like white people with tan. Like, let's just call it what it is. They got darker tan than the average white person. That's it. But everything else is European features. But he's trying to insinuate that they're black, and I don't agree with that.
I hate that type of stuff too. That pisses me off. Stop it. Stop it with this whole we gotta make everybody black. No. Deal with the people who are black, so-called black, in the here and now today, in the hells of North America, more specifically, quote unquote, America. Let's go ahead and deal with that. I don't want to hear about no damn Sicilians and no whoever. And that's another problem I felt that Tariq had with this situation. I don't like, see, when I deal with these white supremacists, I don't like to go international. Here, this land. Let's deal with this land. Because if we deal with this land, honey, we don't even have no room to talk about anything internationally. With all the hell and havoc that white people have caused on this land. Oh, here? Are you kidding me? We don't need to go to no international levels. And anytime you do that, they will try to water it down. Like he tried to say, oh, what about in Japan? Well, such and such. Sit your funky white ass down. Here and now, what white people have done to African people on this land to free men and women, enslaving them in chattel slavery, stripping them of all of their cultural identity, and the hell that they have caused, and enslaving black people for over 340 some years, and then another 100 years of Jim Crow after that. So let's deal with that. I ain't got to go to no damn Sicilians or whoever. We don't have to go to no Egypt and Kemet and all of that, which I understand the premise, especially when he talks about the whole idea of I'm white and I say so, which is what they done. We see what they done with Nefertiti.
Oh, yeah. Oh, yeah.
You know, so I get that. But in terms of our history here on this land, it's such a deep, rich history of their racism and white supremacy and the continuation of it today. You don't need to go anywhere else.
Mm-hmm.
You help to support their argument, in my opinion, by going elsewhere. And so when they talk about the crime, see, that's one of my specialties. So I would have loved to go there with them.
Yeah.
Birds and the documentation. Because if you want to go ahead and get into Chicago, because that's a code word for black people, let's get into Chicago. So let's deal with the whole picture then, right?
And so you know they brought that up. I said, you know they brought that up too. That big surprise they brought up Chicago.
Right. And that's what I'm saying. You want to talk about Chicago, let's talk about it. So first and foremost, Chicago's supposed to be this dangerous city with all of these things going on. Why then is Chicago not even in the top when it comes to the most dangerous cities in the United States of America, nor is Illinois anywhere near the top when it comes to the most dangerous states in the United States of America? When you look at the three most dangerous states that have been most consistently dangerous over recent years, it's Nevada, it's Alaska, and it's Nevada, Alaska, and New Mexico. Nevada, Alaska, and New Mexico. All states
that
because
you're going off per capita. Because you're going off per capita. Exactly.
Right. All states that have minute black populations. Why are those states the most dangerous? If Chicago is, soon as you step out your door, you're shot in the head and you dead. How are black people able to still survive and be in Chicago to this day? Nobody should be left. Next, if you want to talk about Chicago, I would ask them, well, what is your solution? What is your solution? Because here's what we need to also look at. If you're going to say all this violence and crime is happening in Chicago, you've got to understand, first of all, why. You can't solve any issues unless you get to the reasons why. So why is there a 90% unemployment rate for young black men in Chicago? Next, and this is the big question, where are these poor young black kids and these felons and all of this? Where are they getting these guns, this ammunition, and the drugs from? Black people don't have factories, any ammunition factories. They are not going out to gun stores and legally purchasing these weapons. You even had where black kids in Chicago had them damn rocket launchers and all kind of stuff. Where is that coming from? Who deals with arms to where you could get it into the poorest of the poorest, dirt poor black community in the middle of the United States of America? Who's behind that? Where is it coming from? Let's trace them guns, because you can't shoot nobody or kill nobody without a gun or bullets.
Ain't that the truth?
So if you're so concerned about violence, let's get to the core of the gun violence. Let's get to the core of where are these guns coming from?
Go there. They'll never want to go there. They'll switch the subject around, everything else. They'll never want to go there. And it's insane. I don't understand these people's logic when they bring up these stupid ass talking points. And it's then, like, okay, what you gotta say?
And then let me say this, because I would have loved to go in on this. The numbers and the research, of course, shows that for black people, okay, so-called black, however people want to term it, we know who we're talking about. That so-called black people, the biggest prerequisite for crime is poverty. So when you allow people to have real equal education, equal job training, and equal opportunities in jobs, and to have a gainful employment of where you can have benefits, health, medical, vision, dental, you can have 401k, you can have retirement, you can have education reimbursement, things like this. People are not going to choose to go on the corner and do drive-bys or be in the car and do drive-bys. People are not going to go out carjacking people. If you have an ability to make a gainful living to support you and your children and your family. So let's deal with employing black people. Let's deal with properly educating black people to be on an equal and level playing field for real. Can then get into where they can have retirement, where they can go on and help establish their own communities. But they're not going to talk about that and do that. When you look at some of the communities in the United States of America that are predominantly black communities that have higher income ratios, those communities are actually some of the safer and even safer than white communities. Comparably. Why is that? That's because most of the issues with violence and crime in the black community has to deal with economics. It has to deal with the economic deprivation that the system of racism, white supremacy has placed on black people historically and continuing today. So if you help to bring down poverty, you by default, you automatically will drop your violence and crime rate significantly. But again, they don't want to talk about that. And what happens is these coons and these white people and these other black folk who don't know any better, what they have you do is They have you focus on the result. They have you focus on the effect. They don't have you focus on the cause. See, for every cause has an effect, right? So if you have economically deprived Black people historically, what's going to happen? They're going to do like the Jews and the Irish and the Italians. They went to the underworld. They created industries in order to support their families and their communities. And then you legitimize them by making them firemen, police officers, so they can go in and beat Black people's ass and kick our ass and lock us up. So you have Black people doing the same thing, which is then going into their own communities in the underworld and doing illicit activities, selling drugs or what have you in order to make it. But they don't want to look at the whole picture.
Right, organized crime. I mean, let's be real. Organized crime built Vegas. Vegas was a crap in a whole town, a one-horse town that just so happened to have legal gambling, and it was a one-horse town. It wasn't nothing going on. Nobody was going out there. Nobody's traveling. It literally had like one hotel out there. There was a bullshit motel or something like that. This, that, and the third. All of a sudden, Beanie, what you call it? What's I was about to say Beanie Siegel, not Bugsy Siegel. Yeah, Bugsy Siegel went out to Vegas, went out to that little one-horse town. Actually, somebody else went out there, told him about it. He went out there, saw what was going on. It was just really local. It was only like about maybe like 30 people there or something when he went there, whatever. He went back to the mob with Lucky Luciano and all of them and everything else, and went and told them about it and was like, yo, I'm gonna go ahead. This is gonna be my new gig. I'm about to try to build this town up. Everything else is gonna be like Havana. Because before Vegas, everybody used to go to Cuba to go gamble. Because Cuba had legal gambling, and that was the only place you can go to legally gamble back then. Because it wasn't even a lottery back then. It wasn't even a such thing as a lottery, family. Like some of y'all probably don't even know this, but yeah, it wasn't even a lottery back then.
Which they got the lottery from Black people running numbers.
Yeah, for running numbers, exactly.
Go ahead.
And running numbers was illegal. Like gambling was illegal all the way around the board, and people had to leave the country to go to Cuba to go gamble. And he said, well, he found the spot in the United States where gambling was legal. So he went out there. He's like, okay, all I gotta do is make some hotels, this, that, and the third. He started with the Flamingo. That was his baby. The very first big hotel / casino out in Vegas is the Flamingo, and it was started by Bugsy Siegel, a gangster, a thug, a hooligan. It's insane. But they turn around and their whole city was built off organized crime. I mean, from the boxing to the motherfucking to the rigged fucking games and everything else, this, that, and the third, like all that whole town was built off organized crime. And they run around and call us the thugs. They turned around and legalized that shit. Just like I said, the people in suit and ties are the biggest thugs on the planet. Who the hell are y'all kidding? The people in the suit and ties are the biggest gangsters you'll ever see in your life. Who the fuck are y'all kidding with this bullshit ass black on black crime rhetoric? Stop fucking playing.
That's right. That's right. And then this is also where I want to hit them at. Now, if you want to let's talk about the crime. That's what I told them. Let's talk about crime, right? Now, let's look at the numbers. Since they love using numbers and documentation and research, I'm going to give you numbers. And this comes from y'all's favorite group, the FBI. That white people per capita, so this meaning if both populations were equal size and number, that white people actually use drugs at an elevated rate than Black people. Let's look at it. The three states with the highest drug abuse rate in the United States of America is New Hampshire, is Maine, and Vermont.
Right.
Repeat that. The three states with the highest drug abuse rates in the entire United States of America is New Hampshire, Vermont, and Maine. These are states that have minuscule Black populations.
Exactly. I'm gonna tell you, there's no black people up there. You start getting outside of Massachusetts, you are hitting the no black zone when you're going up north and when you're on the East Coast. You still like Massachusetts, probably like the last population of black people you're really going to see.
Now, if you all are so concerned about crime, what is drug dealing and drug use? What effects come from that? Oftentimes violence, stealing, abuse of children, people neglecting their children. Things happen to a society, to a community when you inject drugs into it.
Right.
So if we're looking at these states, what do we find? We find that the program is they are not criminals, they're patients. This is pretty much the consensus in predominantly white cities, towns, and states across this country when it comes to this opioid situation. They're not criminals, they are patients. So what you subsequently have is tons of these different drug courts and different drug programs that are based upon keeping these people out of jail, out of prison, and without records. Okay? Mm-hmm. Now, let's go back and look at Chicago. Since y'all want to look at Chicago, there was a documentary done called The Black and White of Heroin. In the documentary, it showed how in Chicago, the black people who were selling or using heroin are in prison. They went and interviewed people in prison who had, issues with drug addiction and this, that, and the other, and doing time over and over again, or, they get put down for so many years in prison behind their drug use. Now, if you go outside of Chicago and you go to white suburbs, and they went to a specific one outside of Chicago, and I think the suburb is something like 80-something+% whites. All right. Now, in this town that is having all these issues with opioids and the heroin and everything, in this town, they have it where if you're a citizen of that town, if you walk into that police department, heroin, everything on you, if you come in there, no matter how much it is, and you come in and you surrender your drugs, they will put you immediately in a program. You won't be handcuffed. You won't be booked. You won't get a mug shot. You won't sit in a jail cell. You will have no record. They will help to put you immediately in a treatment program. And you walk into a police station with drugs on you.
That's fact.
This is what's going on. That's a fact. I'm not making this up. This is not something I'm just dreaming up. No, this is reality right here and now in 2018, y'all. Mm-hmm. So don't stop. That's why you got to put those type of facts in those white people's faces, and we still know that they're going to lie. But the point of it is, and I agree with Tariq on this, the point of it is for the benefit of black people. This is not to try to show white people the truth. They know the damn truth. Are you kidding me? That's what white supremacy is about, deception. It's about deceiving you. It's about peeing on your leg and telling you it's raining. It's about gaslighting you and telling you that what you see, feel, and experience is not really what you see, feel, and experience. Oh, that's not racism. Oh, there's no white supremacy. Of course they're going to say that no matter what facts you bring.
Exactly.
Other black people, how to deal with the rhetoric, how to be a critical thinker for yourself, how to look into facts, how to look into research, and how to read it, and how to understand what's going on, and stop looking at yourself and your people so negatively. Stop looking at it as if black people are just inept. We're just inferior, and understand that it's a system that helped to create this dynamic and that helps to continue the dynamic. That's the point of these so-called debates.
Mm-hmm. And why when white people commit crime is called organized crime? Y'all ever thought about that? Like, like these Bloods and Crips that be out here doing whatever they do, they organize, but they don't call that organized crime though.
Yeah.
You understand? Like they call European shit organized. Like that's just it's just something to think about, family. Like they throw these buzzwords out here. You know, they say certain things, they attach certain things to a certain race of people. You know, that's how this whole thing happened with me and this Vekl dude. You know, you know, racist European attaching, you know, community college with black college graduate and everything else. And I got dude he debating this lawyer. He's debating a black lawyer, Renee. This white European is debating this black lawyer, and he turned around and insinuated that he only got a community college. He only graduated from community college.
What?
Yeah. And then now we all know he said that because he was black. We all know he said that because he's black, because, you know, apparently that's the only college black people can attend is community, they local community college. You know, apparently.
Wait a minute, Psycho. Let me ask you this real quick. You said all they can attend is community college, but I thought that black people get all this affirmative action to universities.
Oh well, yeah. That's when they move the goalposts. That's when they move the goalposts.
Oh, because I was hearing this cool say some earlier, you know, how they say out of rhetoric, like people are lazy, this, that, and the other. But then went on to say that the unemployment rate for black people went down and it's better. But wait a minute, I thought black people are lazy and don't want no jobs.
Right.
Which one is it?
They all over the place. They all over. It's like when you arguing with somebody, they tell you that black people are the most homophobic people on the planet, but yet they'll turn around and say we by per capita we're the most gay motherfuckers on the planet. Like, how can we be the most gay and the most homophobic? That's an oxymoron. That don't even make any sense.
I'm telling you.
Where are you getting these whacked out ass statistics from?
I'm telling you, they talk out of both sides of their mouth. You know what I'm saying? And so that's why it's important to point this stuff out to black folk, because you know what? I see it all the time, and it's so sad because so many of our people look so down on black folk. I was getting into it before with somebody in some comments, and their attack at me, because I don't do the whole name calling and stuff. I just deal with facts. And so what happens is people get mad when you bring forth facts because they know they can't refute them, and they know you're right, and they know they don't have any evidence. So they have to have cognitive dissonance to try to remain on their square. And so what they'll do is they'll start the personal attacks on you. And so they were calling me all these B's and everything. But the first word that they put in, bitch, you black so-and-so.
Of course.
And I said to them, I said, wow. I said, that really shows a lot about you.
Right.
That you are deeming black to be an insult. You deem calling someone a black bitch, a black.
They always got to specify that we're black.
You know, that's an insult because you said I'm black. Honey, black is beautiful. I love my blackness.
I know that's right.
It shows a lot about you, that you find it an insult. You find it negative. You see it as a bad thing.
I always find it amazing when people have to specify that something's black. Right. Like when I hear these people talk about the quote unquote black Hebrew Israelites. Yeah. Like, why the fuck they got to be the black Hebrew Israelites? Like, they're just the Hebrew Israelites. Like, like show me the organization that call themselves the white Hebrew Israelites, and then I can understand you specifying that these are the black Hebrew Israelites. Being that the only Hebrew Israelites I ever met in my life was black, besides the non-black ones that claim their father was fucking black. Them weirdos, them 12 tribe chart weirdos. I ain't even gonna get on them. Besides them non-black, you know. But that's my point though. Like, some of these motherfuckers ain't even black. Like, but so what's the purpose of saying the black Hebrew Israelites? Like, I never understood that. They don't call themselves that. Only non-black people and black people that are ignorant call them the black Hebrew Israelites.
Right. Right. And it's just this idea, this negative idea that if anytime you put black in front of something, that makes it bad, that makes it ugly, that makes it negative. That's a really sad state of affairs on our people. And I know that there are a lot of people within so-called black family, so to speak, who black is a crayon color and this, that, and the other. However, like I always say, I consider myself a realist, and I don't see things as how I hope or wish they would be. I see things as they actually exist. And as it actually exists right now, most so-called black people consider themselves black. Okay? And we know that's a political term, all of the above. Yes, yes, yes. However, this is still being something that's associated with our people, and is being labeled as something ugly. It's being labeled as something unattractive, something to be ashamed of. Some of our people do damn near have black skin, have very dark, rich, ebony complexions. And those are the main people who are the targets of the black insults. So it is a reflection. It's trying to put our people down in general. So y'all, we gotta stop. I know sometimes people do it because we're kind of just taught that growing up because of what we see and observe. Everything from movies to music to just our reality, where our household, our own community, schools, whatever, where you would hear the term black always being used in his black ass, her black, oh, they black and ugly. I'm from Color Purple. I'm black. I might even be ugly. What is it? But I'm here or something.
I forgot.
I'm black. I might even be ugly, but I'm here. You know.
I hate that movie. Ooh, I hate that movie. I think that movie made black men in general look so bad. I just hate that movie. Like Danny Glover, like I hate that movie.
Okay, let me ask you this, because I've heard a lot of brothers say that about Color Purple.
Mm-hmm.
My question is, and I don't really I can understand where the brothers are coming from on that film, and but my question would be though, I can understand it on a level, but what should a proper, and we know that the woman behind it, that she's a bad wench, okay?
Mm-hmm.
The feminist, she got a white man, all of the above, she can check all the boxes.
Right.
But in terms of, so I'm not in denial of that, but in terms of the abuse, I'll say that some black women have endured, just like black men have endured abuse from black mothers, from black women who sexually.
I didn't say the movie was inaccurate. I didn't say the movie was inaccurate. Wait.
Let me just finish my thing. I want to see what you have to say about this. What do you think would be a proper? Because we do know that there's a lot of dysfunction because we've been, cultivated to be that way. And oftentimes, not all the time, but oftentimes the abuse can become, I'm not going to say often, but sometimes the abused can become the abuser. So you have the people so significantly traumatized and brutalized that behavior can go on to be repeated by them. So what would be a proper representation of a film specifically, and in this case, just specifically dealing with black women who may have those same types of stories, historically, or having been abused sexually, in every way sexually from little girls.
I'm not saying that the movie was inaccurate as far as some of the things that our women, our sisters had to go through back then. I'm sure it's been situations like this and everything. You got women who go through fucked up situations right now. So I'm not ignorant to that, and I understand that that's what the movie was touching on and everything else. But Danny Glover did such a good job playing that role. Yeah, and he as far as making you not like him, as far as making people he was the perfect heel because he played it up, and he made brothers like me be ashamed to be that's why I said that's why I kind of disassociate myself that movie I ain't on it like that it's not. I'm not saying that that don't happen. It's just that like,
right.
it's kind of like if you saw a movie with a black woman that you felt like the black woman made you look bad or made y'all listen at third, you will be a little turned off by the movie. Not saying that the movie is inaccurate.
Right.
Black women that don't act like that, but being that you don't act like that and you feel like, you know, walking away from that movie, people are going to be looking at you side-eyed because this black woman was doing some stupid stuff. You know, you're going to be a little turned off by that movie because of that. Like, so that's kind of just where I was at with it.
Okay. And that's what I'm saying. I can understand. You know what I mean? Because those things are, and it is it's especially hard because ultimately we under a system of white supremacy. So it's like, not to say that we're not responsible for things that we do. Like, I'm not saying that there's no accountability. Black people should just, like, I'm not saying that, but it's still like, ultimately we have this whole huge, bigger machine that's helped to create a lot of this behavior and a lot of this stuff that we do to each other. I mean, that's just being real about it. So I can understand, you know, like you said, I can understand, you know, that premise. I just wonder because I've heard some brothers, you know, say that over the years and talk about that.
Yeah, like
it brought up, like,
it brought up some important things, you know, brought up colorism. It brought up it touched on a lot of things, you know, as well as just, you know, bad behavior to women in general. Right. But, you know, again, you know, it had a lot of our women looking at us side-eye. And because of it, you know, not saying that the movie wasn't accurate or something, you know, stuff like this didn't happen. And not saying that this stuff shouldn't be talked about because we talk about this type of stuff. So, you know, it's just, you know, the impression that movie.
He was a victim too. Mr. was a victim too.
Right. You know, so it's like, you know, but the impression that movie gave the black men just wasn't a good one. And it just put us in a negative light. And, you know, I'm not even saying that it was purposely done, but it just didn't help our image. Let's just put it that way.
And then it's like, because, okay, this is the thing too. It's like a double-edged sword. So I see it because in the film, you had where Harpo was, you know, he came from his father being the man that he was. And he is very, you had a black woman, a big fat black woman, Mammy character, you know, that they portrayed via Oprah, who was on his behind, okay? Was damn near like beating his behind, okay? She put him in check. She had him, he was henpecked or whatever terminology people want to use. She was the boss of him in so many ways. And I feel like for what some black men try to say about black women, like that was represented though in that film as well. The domineering black woman who was, you know, emasculating him, you know, at every opportunity she could. So I thought that was interesting too. And then if you notice later on, what kind of woman did he get with? Do you remember what kind of woman Harpo ended up getting with?
I know, actually, I don't remember.
He got with a mixed woman. What's her name? Radong Chong, or what is that her name?
Okay.
Radong Chong or something, whatever. She played the woman he ended up being with when Miss Sophia went to jail and everything.
A mulatto.
Yeah, and he got him a new woman. And tell me in the chat room if I'm right, if y'all remember. But yeah, he got a new woman. And yeah, so she was like a mulatto woman, and she was more, you know, she was more supportive of him as a man, whereas Miss Sophia she was just a complete brute. Completely, you know, like I said, dominated him. So anywho.
Yeah, that. But you know that movie. You know, I haven't watched it in years. Years. This is the last time I watched it. I just never liked the movie. I mean, it's a couple of movies that's like that for me. Like I'm like that with that Django Unchained. I saw that movie one time. I can't watch it again. Again, it was just it's so much. It's just so much fuckery up in that movie. It's just over sensualized. It's unrealistic. I don't like the movie. I don't like the fact that what you call it made it. What's the dude name again? The European motherfucker.
Tarantino with his racist behind.
Yeah, I don't like the fact that he made it, and it looked like the caricatures of black people from back then, and it was just so unrealistic and just didn't make any sense at all. And I was like, I can't watch this movie again. White people like that movie a little too much too, and when white people start liking slave movies too much, it's probably you probably should double back. White people love that movie, you know. So like, and that alone should make you double take on that movie. Like, is this something I really should be enjoying? Because you always, that's what David Chappelle said. David Chappelle, the reason why he stopped doing the Chappelle show is because he caught himself. He said it was a skit that they was working on for, I think it was season 3 or whatever. And it was a skit that matter of fact, it was season 2 because they didn't even finish. He didn't even finish season 2. It was a skit that he was working on, and when he was doing the skit, it was some racist ass skit. And when he was doing it, the white people was laughing a little too hard, and he started feeling like.
I remember him saying something like that. Yeah.
Yep, and I guess he started feeling like a coon, and he just he just walked out.
He is a coon.
Never looked back.
Dave Chappelle is a coon.
Yeah.
Straight up. You feel me? And people like with that whole thing that happened with oh yeah, let me say this real quick. Water Sniper, yes. Water Sniper said Precious is another movie that I only watched once. That ish was terrifying. Now let's look at Precious. Do you think a lot of black men were outraged about Precious? Or they were like, yup, that's yeah.
To be honest with you, I heard so much bad stuff about that movie. I still haven't seen it. I heard so much bad stuff about that movie. Like I just didn't want to walk away with that feeling that Water was talking about, where he only watched it one time, and it was just I felt like it was going to be one of those movies, so I just didn't even watch it.
Now, see, I had the book. I still have the book, and I read the book before the movie or anything like that. And the book was much more, the book is always typically much more in depth and much more with the film. First of all, you have a homosexual who is creating this film, and some people will disagree with me or what have you, but this is just how I see it, that most homosexual black men have a hatred or disdain for black women. Some of that is because some of them envy black women or even want to be a black woman. Some of them feel black women are a competition with them in terms of being with black men. This is just through my study, my research. I know I go in heavy on a lot of that stuff. So that's how I see things. A lot of homosexual black men have a real hatred or disdain for black women. Sometimes it's almost a perverted love, so to speak. It's a very weird dynamic that's there. But when you scratch the surface a little bit, it all comes out. Because if you upset if a black woman upsets a homosexual black man, it all comes out. It all comes out about how they really see and view and feel about black women. And then this is another reason you see a lot of these homosexual black men who are emulating black women, who are making these caricatures of black women. And that's done to really demean and insult black women. And sadly, these foolish sisters out here, cute, and they support these type of people, and they don't even have a bigger understanding. But anywho, the movie was created by a homosexual black man. And the way that he made, who has a white man, let's be clear, the way he made the dark skin women characters appear. Oh, man. Wow. That's all I can say. All of the people who were in positions of being quote unquote good people or the good characters, every single last one of them, I mean, every single last one was biracial. Every single last one. Paula Patton, who was a teacher, was biracial. She was a lesbian, and her woman was some biracial or whatever woman. Mariah Carey, who was the social worker, she was, you know, we know she's biracial.
Yeah.
She's not even, she's whatever. Anyway.
Yeah, biracial.
Like, I ain't going into all that right now.
Yeah,
but
she mixed, let's put it like that. She's something.
Exactly. She's something, but it ain't black. And so, what's his name? Lenny Kravitz was in the movie. I guess his little boy, you know, they messed around before, whatever, I'm sure. But Lenny Kravitz was in the movie. Lenny Kravitz is biracial. Okay. So he was a nurse. He was a nurse in the film, and he was kind of like, you know, he was a so-called good character. So all of the good characters were, every single last one of them were biracial people. And the negative, the most disgusting, disturbing, everything people in the film were dark-skinned black women. And even in terms of the men, they talked about, but you know, her daddy was a dark-skinned black man, that the daddy molested her. She had children with her own father. You know what I'm saying? So it was coming from a very slanted view, a very negative view. It didn't come from a standpoint of, I feel like, the book that was really just trying to give a message and trying to push a larger message. I'll say that. The film, I'm going to just destroy y'all. I'm going to just make y'all look as bad as possible. I'm going to make it the good versus evil. On the good side, we're going to have all the mixed people. And on the bad side, we're going to have all these darkies over here. These big fat mammies and darkies going to be on the opposite side. And this is good. And the mixed people are more like attractive or more in shape or fit or whatever. And we're going to just play these two sides against each other. And so, anywho, that's how I saw it.
Yeah.
It's very hard to watch.
Yeah, it's a lot of stuff that I find myself, you know, I'll watch it one time, like, okay, that's something I never want to watch again. And you know, it's some stuff that I watch that I could watch over and over and over and over again and won't get tired of it. But yeah, it's just those certain movies. Color Purple, I just don't have interest in watching that. I see that whenever I see it on, I kind of just skim right past it. Like I don't want to watch that. I never watched Precious. One day I might watch Precious just to give it a shot, but I already know it's going to be one of those movies I watch one time and I'm never going to want to watch it again. I already know. Like, but I might watch it one day if I'm bored, just because I've never seen it before. But again, I already know I'm not going to like the movie. It's just because of everything I've heard about it. Psycho,
she went into a damn chicken place and stole a thing of fried chicken. Okay.
That's sad. Yeah. That's sad. That's sad.
She went into a chicken place. Wait, hold on. What the heck is going on?
You okay? Okay. She on mute right now. Bob says she hates Precious. Yeah, I got a feeling I'm gonna hate it too, Shorty. I still haven't watched it. I've heard too much negative stuff about it.
It's all these fire trucks out here.
Oh, okay.
I'm like, what happened? Is something on fire? I need to be knowing what's going on now.
Shorty said she loved Django. I didn't like it, Shorty. I didn't like it. I tried to watch it. I watched it, you know, given with an open opinion. You know, I didn't go in super pro black. Like, all right, I'm going to hate this. I went in there wondering what it was all about, and then when I saw it, it just seemed like it seemed like a bad B movie to me. It was like, it seemed like something you see on the Sci-Fi Channel or something. It was just so unrealistic and just so like, I hate the fact that he had to, Samuel Jackson did a good job playing that coon. I'll give that movie that much. Samuel Jackson did a good job playing the coon. He made you hate him. You hate him. But that movie was just after I walked away, I was like, this is some bullshit right here. Like, I ain't never watching this shit again. Like, I just didn't like it.
But dang, it was another. Oh yeah, I do want to say this though. Like, I've been seeing this a lot or whatever, like on social media recently, and I saw this guy's comment earlier today, and he was like, "Oh, before I say that, Psycho, did you ever watch those videos, the Kendrick Lamar videos I sent you?"
No, I still didn't watch it yet. My bad. I still didn't watch it yet. Okay. I meant to. Right. The performance and all that, right?
Yeah, and then the video from the Black Panther.
Yeah, my bad. I still didn't watch it yet. I forgot.
Well, the thing is, like, I seen this guy, and he was like, "Oh man, this movie." He was like, "I'm so excited." His brother was like, "I'm so excited. This movie's really gonna change some things." And I'm like, "What? Wait, what?" And I feel like I'm seeing now. Mind you, I'm gonna go see the film for sure. I'm going the second week. I mean, it's basically all sold out here. But I'm gonna go see the movie, the film, and I support it and everything like that. But what's kind of disturbing me is the level that a lot of Black folk are going to in making some declaration that this movie something significantly in the Black community.
Are we talking about Black Panther?
Black Panther, yes.
Yeah,
disturbing to me. It's disturbing.
Yeah, that, and yeah, I noticed a couple of people jump on that bandwagon. I know what you're talking about. But listen, I know me. If you know me, I'm like, this is like, I was going to touch on this later on this week before the movie come out in deep detail. But yeah, I'm a big superhero fan. I've been waiting for this movie for years. You know what I'm saying? But I noticed a lot of people are jumping aboard on this who aren't normally comic book fans or into superheroes or whatever, and they going into this. People are making this bigger than what it actually is. Some people aren't making this big enough. I feel like, it depends on who you talk to. You got some people that's trying to minimize it when it actually, ways it's a big deal. In other ways, it's not life changing. You understand? Right. It's not life changing, but it is point of it's a big budget movie, has Black director, and it's the previous Black superhero movies, which it wasn't a lot. You got 3 Blade movies, and that's pretty, and a Spawn movie, and that's pretty much it. As far as like Black superheroes headlining the movie, being the main character or whatever, this movie right here has the most, has the biggest budget backing it, and has the most expectations coming out. These, they sold well, they did good, but they didn't have as much money backing it as this one does. Like this is a part of a big storyline, because the MCU. All these movies are tied into one big storyline. Like it's all one big soap opera. Each movie is like a different chapter. So this is being that this is tied into that, which is that franchise alone, the MCU is worth billions upon billions of dollars. So being that they attached this solo Black movie to that is a somewhat of a big deal, and plus it's getting a lot of promotion, a lot of backing, a lot of positive reviews. And it shows that an all Black cast can sustain a big budget film. You understand? So on that note, yes, it's a big deal. but like you said, it's not life changing. It's nothing that's gonna derail white supremacy in no kind of way, shape, form, or fashion. I've seen people make wild claims trying to associate this movie things and everything else, and it's kind of like you're making like you're looking too deep into this. It's like it's a big deal, but you're making it a bigger deal than what it really is.
Thank you. I mean, this is what I really, y'all listen. I've been supposedly working on this book for so many years now, for 3 years. I have had one direction, then I had another direction. It's so many things I want to talk about to actually break down and go in depth on. But one of my big things I like to address is symbols over substance. And I feel like this film is a prime example of that. Mm-hmm. It is symbolic, and symbols are important. Like, I'm not saying symbolism is not important. It's absolutely important. We're sitting here talking about the symbolism in the color purple, the symbolism in precious, etc. So symbolism is important. But at the end of the day, you still need substance.
Right.
So we can sit here and we can say, oh man, it's and I mean, man, like I said, I'm excited to see it. Don't get me wrong. It's not like I'm saying I'm not excited to see it or that I'm not going to see it. I definitely am supporting it. However, I'm still keeping it in context though. You know what I mean?
Right,
keeping it in a certain category that at the end of the day, this is still entertainment.
Oh yeah, definitely.
Entertainment. And that this is not necessarily showing anything of creating any substantive change for Black people systematically.
Right.
Okay?
And another thing but one of the main reasons why I'm big on this movie and why a lot of people is because one of the reasons why I love this movie is because I understand the character and who the character is presents. Like ultimately, he's a nationalist. Ultimately, his tribe, his country, Wakanda, fictional country in Africa, but this is what he supposedly represents. Is a fictional country by the name of Wakanda. He became king. He was the prince. His father died, and he became king of this country that has never been taken over by European rule. They fought off all the Europeans that seceded. They highly advanced, highly technical, advanced society, and they have one of the biggest resources you can have on the planet within that universe, within that comic book universe, which is a metal called vibranium, which is one of the most strongest metals on Earth, and you only could get it there. So a lot of people have tried to take over Wakanda within the comic book world. A lot of people have tried to take it over for obvious reasons, so they can steal the resources. And they have been able to fight off all the Europeans that came and tried to take over the country and never succeeded. So just the storyline itself should attract people to want to see this, because this isn't like Blade where you just got some vampire running around killing other vampires. Like this isn't like Spawn where you got a hell spawn running around trying to seek vengeance on everybody. No, this is something that you can actually kind of relate to a little bit.
Right. And yeah, exactly. And you're doing exactly what we're saying. You're keeping it in context.
Right.
You feel me? Like you're not putting like all of these extras on it. Like, oh man, this gonna change the world, man. This gonna man, the ghettos gonna rise up, man. And Black people,
it's not like we haven't had black roles before in major movies or whatever, headlining movies. Like this is the first time that you can't even say it's the first time in comics. It's the first time an all black cast in a comic book movie is being like having this big budget. But That I mean, but we've had all kinds of stuff. We had all black shows and movies and everything else in the past. So you know, and we still under white supremacy. So ultimately, this isn't changing nothing outside of the entertainment world. You know, this is changing something within the entertainment world, and that's it. Let's just keep it at that.
Yep, that's right. I mean, yeah, and not even, and I don't know. You know what I mean? Like, I don't even, man, I don't know, man. I'm just excited to see it. I think it's a good look. So far, what I've seen from it, you know what I'm saying? Visually, the characters, I love the minimization of white people. Like, I'm here for it.
And it's dark skin.
I'm here for it.
And you got dark skinned people all in the cast. It's not the new black all over the place. You actually have some dark skinned people all in the cast, starring in it, like, you know, so there's going to be a lot of darkness up in there, and some people are going to be mad. I don't really care. You know, but I do love that fact that, you know, again, they did the L. I wish they could make it possible in the movie, but they can't because of legal reasons. But just in case you didn't know, he's not a swirler either. You know, his wife is actually Storm from the X-Men. That's actually his wife in the comic books. I don't know how they're going to work that in, because, you know, Storm, they legally, I don't think they can put Storm into the movie yet because of contracts and between the movies and movie rights and all this other stuff. But yeah, she in the comic books, that's his wife, and Storm's a dark-skinned woman. So yeah, he's not a swirler.
And then let me tell you, like, them brothers, let me tell y'all, man, Michael B. Jordan, that's all I'm gonna say. Wow. Now, I'm not fond of, you know, some things I've heard. It's like this amazing, I mean, beautiful black man, as well as the brother who's the Black Panther. So I love seeing that. I love seeing the very richly melanated in the film. I love seeing that. I love seeing our deep, dark brothers and sisters together in the film. I know, you know, Michael B. Jordan's the enemy or what have you, but still, I love to see the images of our people where it's not a racially ambiguous, I don't know, are they black, or they, I don't know, Latino, or they Greek, or they
no new black. No new black.
No, it's easily identifiably black people being represented in a positive light, and I'm here for it, and I'm not going to down it. I'm not going to put that down. So I support it. Just black people, keep it in context, keep it in context, and just, we don't have to say that we're banking the future of the black race on this movie. Okay. Like, black folks still dying.
It's going to make money regardless. I mean, it's going to make, because honestly, Europeans are going to watch this too, because again, this is all a part. This is a chapter within a bigger, you know, framework of the MCU soap opera. So they're going to watch it, whether they hate, even people that hate black people are going to watch this, just because if you miss this, you're going to miss a chapter of the book. So they're not going to miss this chapter of the book just because they hate black people. So they even going to watch it. They're going to complain the whole time, but they're going to watch it. So this movie is going to make money.
That's right. And that's what, when you do get a chance, if you do get around to it, and anybody listening who has not seen it, please check out the video from Kendrick Lamar and SZA. All the Stars is the name of the song, and it's from the Black Panther soundtrack, which is heavy with Kendrick Lamar. Let me tell you, like, the freaking, like, imagery is, I can't even put into words. I cannot even, it's something you can't even describe. It's something you actually have to see and feel for yourself. And in that video, y'all, in that video. These are all easily identifiably black people. It's no questions. And not only that, there are no white people in the video. There is not one, not one, not one, not one. Please check the video out. I mean, it's just super dope. The imagery is dope. Like it pays homage to so many different things as far as, you know, African heritage. In the beginning, you have just watch it, y'all. Just watch it. That's all I'm gonna say. You'll love it for real.
Yeah. Sherry's off the chain too. Yeah. His sister and everything. You're gonna get a chance to see like the women in Wakanda is no joke. They just put they are no joke. Like they warriors. Like for real. Like they will body something. Like yeah. You gotta respect the Wakanda women. Serious. Yeah, so I'm really anxious, and I found out that the character by the name of Man-Ape is in the movie, but he's not going to be called Man-Ape, which is actually good because that
Man-Ape.
Yeah. There's a guy.
It's a black man.
Yeah, his name is his real name is Mubabu and Babu. I think that's how you pronounce it. And Babu, that's his real name. And he went and he got down with the White Gorilla Clan, and the White Gorilla Clan had got their powers from the mythical White Gorilla. They killed the mythical White Gorilla, drank his blood, and became Man-Ape.
Oh, okay.
And he became the leader of the White Gorilla Clan. And that's how I'll tell you the storyline. This is the storyline in the comics. Now I'm not sure if they're going to work that part into the movie. They might take all that part out and everything else. They did say that I did hear that they wasn't going to be calling him Man-Ape. They was going to be calling him by his real name, which is Mbabu. But
how
yeah,
he drink lion blood?
Huh?
I said, how come he couldn't drink lion blood?
Well, you know, in the comic books, it goes like the Black Panther gets his powers from the Black Panther,
right? And
he got his powers from the White Gorilla. So it's kind of like, you know, that's kind of how they was doing it.
I feel you. Oh, this is the last thing I did want to say about this. That we have to be careful too, y'all. Okay. This is something I've been thinking about a lot. And what I mean is we have to be careful about the rebranding of the term Black Panther. Okay?
Yeah. Yeah.
And so
I agree.
What that means is understand that when you're dealing in a system of white supremacy, that they're never going to really give you anything, have some level of benefit for them. Okay. And so we know they dominate, as Dr. Welsing and Nellie Fuller has taught us, they dominate all areas of people activity, including in the entertainment. So understand that what I'm kind of feeling and seeing a lot, and it's not that I don't want to speak about it, because I do, but I don't want people to get it twisted, like that I'm coming down on the movie or anything, because I'm not at all. I'm just saying, though, don't let them rebrand our history. Don't let them rebrand our history as being about a Marvel comic versus about a movement that was for Black self-defense, that was for doing for self, doing for our own community, protecting ourselves, speaking out about the police brutality that we suffered, feeding the baby breakfast, feeding the children, helping the elderly, creating our own ambulance, creating sickle cell drives, y'all. So And because if they can rebrand that, guess what it also does? It helps to sweep away the history of what the United States government has done to systematically destroy Black liberation organizations and Black nationalistic organizations. Okay? Right. So with that sweeps away J. Edgar Hoover saying the biggest threat to the internal security of the United States of America is not the Black Panthers' guns, but the Black Panthers' breakfast program.
Mm-hmm. That's fact.
So be careful.
You know what's crazy about all this is when the comic book first started in the 60s, Stan Lee first came up with the idea to come up with a Black character because he actually is the first Black character in comics. You know, he came up with the idea to do the Black Panther thing, but he didn't know nothing about the Black Panther Party of self-defense at the time.
Right, it was right around the same.
They were still small at the time. He didn't even know about it, so he went ahead and rolled with the character. And what happened was they had found out about the Black Panther Party self-defense, and they started getting some backlash from the comic book because people automatically started assuming that the comic book was associated with the Black Panther Party self-defense. So they tried to actually change the name of Black Panther at one point in time to disassociate him with the Black Panther Party of self-defense, and it didn't last too long. I don't even think it was published, but they had changed some weird. That name was really kind of racist. I think it was it was
like because I did the history on it.
I forgot the exact name of the character, but it was some racist shit that they was going to name him. But they changed their minds and they went back to the Black Panther and they rolled with that. But he kind of got pushed to the back burner. He kind of was in the cut for a long time. Then he started popping up with the Avengers, doing certain things with the Avengers, kind of brought him back. But he couldn't all the way get rid of him because, again, that vibranium metal is a big, huge deal in that Marvel universe or whatever, because Captain America's shield is made out of vibranium metal. So like they couldn't push him all the way to the back burner. They had to keep him around because the vibranium is so important in that universe. So because people constantly wanting or needing some or whatever, and they had to go through him. So they always kind of kept them in the back burner, everything else. Then they started bringing them a little bit more to light because, once this country started getting a little bit more PC and liberal, people started wanting to see more Black characters. Well, that's when they started bringing him more to the forefront and everything else, and that's kind of where you kind of saw the resurgence. Funny thing is, you got another comic book show called Black Lightning that's out now, that's actually based on an old DC character. DC being the Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman universe. Their first character was named Black Lightning in the 70s. And now they got a TV show based behind him. And have you seen that show yet? It's an interesting show. It's a mainly Black cast. It's mainly Black cast, majority Black cast. A lot of not a lot of new Black. You got some, but not a lot. It's interesting. The bad guy is a coon, an albino coon, straight coon too, like straight coon. Like you watch the first episode, the first 2 episodes, you're gonna be like, they picked a good bad guy. They got them an albino dude cooning out heavy starch coon. Wow. Like he hates Black people. Like he really got an Uncle Ruckus as the bad guy. Like it's interesting. It comes on. Actually, it come on tonight. Ain't tonight Tuesday? It might be on now while we speak. Yeah. But
go ahead. Go ahead.
No, I was just gonna say it's an interesting show. You should check it out. You should check. It's all Black cast. It's a Black character. All Black cast. I'm a little iffy on it. It's okay. It's one of the better CW shows out of all those other comic book shows they got. But it perpetuates a few stereotypes. But it's not a bad show.
Hmm.
Oh
Yeah,
shit!
I feel.
Look who popped up, motherfucking Vekl. What's going on?
Where's Becky?
You late? I've been live for a couple hours, few hours.
Okay, I'm gonna mute my thing because I'm gonna eat some dinner.
What's going on, Vekl?
My fish visit, so I'm gonna mute.
All right, I'm gonna wait for you. You probably getting your mic together. Let me know when you got your mic together, Vekl.
But yeah, I'll just say, y'all, just be very careful, be very cautious of that. And make sure that we keep the spirits and the history of the Black Panther Party for self-defense. Many brilliant people we had, like, of course, Chairman Fred Hampton Sr. So many others. We have to keep that alive. So because what can happen is 10, 15, 20 years down the line, the young generations of Black people coming up, and especially the new Black coming up, don't know of Black Panther is a comic book or is a movie. Oh yeah, that's that movie that was made back in like 2018.
Yeah.
Okay. So they rewriting our history right in front of our very eyes, y'all. So just make sure our history doesn't die. That's all I'm saying.
Oh, definitely not. I mean, I will say yes. Like you Google, you're not going to see the Black Panther logo. You're not going to see Huey P. Newton. You're not going to see Bobby Seale. You're going to see a bunch of Marvel characters. So that's just kind of what it is, Oh, I guess he's refreshing. He probably refreshing. He'll be back. But yeah, you're going to see a bunch of Marvel characters now. So it's a little, yeah, I can understand somewhat what you're saying, like as far as like, the marketing the Black Panther and everything else. Yeah. It's kind of hard to really stop that because nobody trademarked it. So it's kind of like, eh.
And that's what I'm saying. I honestly, I'm gonna just be honest. I feel that was done purposely and intentionally, because look at everything that's happening right now with the rewriting of our history in our face when it comes to Nefertiti and all of these things. And again, I'm not saying that negatively about the film, about the way that it's being branded. And there's an overarching, and this is just me, people can feel however they feel, you have the right to that. And Black folk have, we're not a monolith, but I just see it as being, this is a double-edged sword. That's all I'm saying. You know what I'm saying? At the same time, it's something that's showing a positive image and symbolism of Black people, that, like I said, that I support. But at the same time, it is helping for future generations, especially within the mainstream and especially with the new Blacks. It keeps think of, like I said, down the line, not in the not too distant future, where the children are saying, oh yeah, that's that one movie. Oh yeah, that was that movie. Wakanda and this and that. You feel me? Versus being like, oh yeah, that was, Black liberation fighters for our people that were systematically dismantled by the United States government. You feel me? So that's all I'm saying.
Yeah, you're right. You absolutely right. Gotta be careful with that and everything. A lot of non-Black people hate the fact that he's called the Black Panther, though. It pisses off them. To be honest with you, a lot of them think it. A lot of them that don't know the storyline, a lot of people in general that didn't know the storyline automatically assumed this had something to do with the Black Panther Party. It's real easy to assume that, and everything. It just has more to do with how people think. I was talking about this earlier, how people associate everything. Every time we get associated with something, it becomes Black this and Black that. Like when they thought of these superheroes, back then, like, okay, we need a black superhero. Well, we're gonna call him the Black Panther. And you know, DC was like, we're gonna call him Black Lightning. You know, and then they had another DC character called Black Vulcan. You know, they had to make him for the Super Friends. And then it was another, like, you know, all these black, and Luke Cage was always called Luke Cage. Actually, he was called Power Man, and then he started using his real name, which was Luke Cage. He didn't have the word black attached to his name, but he was the first one that didn't have black attached to his name. For a long time, you had to be the black something, black this, black that. You know, if you was a black superhero, that's kind of just what it was.
Okay. Man, what happened to dude? He bounced, huh?
He came in. He was on mute. I don't know if he was trying to fix his mic. I'm gonna give him a little bit of time, see if he come back up in here. I'm assuming he's gonna come back up in here, else he wouldn't have clicked on the link. So I'm gonna give him a few minutes, see if he come back up in here. I hope he does. We can finish this conversation. I would like to. To wait till he sees me over there and want to have this conversation, because I'd rather have it here. See if he, I don't know. We'll see. We'll see. Anything else happened this weekend, sis?
Not too much. That I can think of. Yeah, not too much that I can think of.
Yeah.
At the moment that I, you know. But
have you ever seen any of that Big Brother stuff?
I just seen like bits and pieces, like you know, like on social media and stuff. But I never really yeah, I'm not that into it.
Yeah, it's a bunch of bullshit. Keisha Knight Polian just got eliminated. She wanted to leave. They was going to eliminate Omarosa, but she decided to step out and let Omarosa live because she wanted to get back to her baby. I'm correct. She actually became friends with Omarosa. That was a little bit disturbing.
Yeah. She ain't nobody's friend.
Nah, she's not.
Let's see.
He was the first, Rashid. He was the first. He said, Rashid said Luke Cage is probably the first black character to be recognized by his name. Yeah, he is the first. He is the first. Before that, everybody was black something. Black this, black that. You know, whenever we do something, they got to attach the word black to us. You know, I go around Europeans or whatever the case may be. I tell them I'm an atheist. All black atheists. I'm not the atheist like them. I'm the black atheist. You know, like that's kind of just what it is. You know, like the word black gets associated with us with everything. We can't just be something. We gotta be the black something. You know, like that's just what it is.
Yep. Yep.
Came out in the 90s. Shorty Womp Womp. Luke Cage came out in the 70s. Believe it or not. I know a lot of people just learning about Luke Cage because he just got his little Netflix show. He started appearing in Netflix and everything within the last couple of years. But he's actually been around since the 70s. What do you think about Gary Owen? I didn't hear it. Did you hear about Gary Owen criticizing Monique?
Yeah, I heard. I think his first little thing, like I seen a little clip of him talking trash. Like he was like, I'm trying to remember what he was saying. He's said more things since then. I haven't heard it yet because F him. Just because you screwing a black woman don't give you no damn right to say nothing about nobody black and to get anything anywhere near our business. Problem right there. Because somebody screwing a black person, that gives them some validity to speak on our issues. No, it don't. Please.
No,
So I don't even. Whatever. I don't like.
What did Michael Rappaport flip out and say something he ain't had no business saying recently?
I was seeing something with him too. I didn't hear what his original comment though was, but he was saying something about Janet Jackson or something.
That's what it was. That's what it was. He said Janet Jackson ain't relevant. She need to calm down. Everybody need to shut up about Janet Jackson because she ain't been relevant since blah 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 blah. He pretty much was caping for Justin Timberlake. That's what it was. Yep.
Well, that's what they do.
Yeah, but people love some Michael Rappaport. Every time Rappaport, I think of Remy in Higher Learning. I'm sorry, I can't get past the Remy character. I can't get past the Remy character. Every time I see him, I think about him on that fucking rooftop with that fucking rifle, gunning down motherfucking Tyra Banks. Single time. I can't get that image out my head. I don't trust him. I don't care. He played that part a little too good for me. Nope.
Okay.
I know it's only Hollywood. I know it's only entertainment. But because of that role right there, I just always looked at him side-eyed. I never was with that whole inviting him to the cookout and all this other stuff and everything else. I was never with it.
And I get so tired of black people with this cookout stuff. Go sit down somewhere. Oh, they invited to the cookout. What? Nobody invited but black folk now.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah. I mean, that again, their whole thing is about deception. And part of deception is to have the people whom are supposedly anti-white supremacy, anti-racism, and they try to pander to black people and stuff like that. But at the end of the day, it still always comes back to them in support of their own community and their own. So we got to learn to navigate that as well and not to see these people as somebody to invite to the cookout, but to use those people strategically as well, because they're using black people strategically. So why are you then seeing them as somebody who's honest or trustworthy simply because they're saying a couple of things that make you feel good or a couple of things that's supposedly siding with black people? Like, man, come on. It's bigger than that.
Right. Yes, he said, Gary Owens said she needs to stop talking negative about Will Packer.
Oh, shut up. You need to stop talking about black people, period. Now what? That ain't for you to say. You go tell your black wife that, okay? That you have a private conversation with her on that. She's down with that. With what you saying about black people having validity. But for most of the rest of us who have some level of understanding, who gives a damn what you say?
That's how they feel, though.
I was watching going off.
What'd you say?
Somebody was saying Boyce Watkins is going off or something.
I think he's asking him, is he going off? He's asking him.
Yeah, I think he went off or whatever.
What Boyce talking about now?
I'm gonna play a video, or if you wanna, I don't know what you wanna do, but I'm gonna step away for a short time.
All right. I'm gonna give him 5 more minutes to come in here, and if he don't come in here, then I'm just gonna be out. I've waited mad long for him.
Okay.
Give him 5 more minutes. Come on, Vekl. I start this stream at 5 o'clock. Been almost 3.5 hours. I've been trying to cut these stream times down, so you need to get up in here. Voices of Coon. Yep, let him get too comfortable. I agree. Let him get way too comfortable. That's the problem. Us black people always making certain people feel too comfortable. That's when they start feeling like they can call us nigger and not be racist and not be deemed racist. This is what they do. They'll lull you to sleep, make you feel comfortable, and then next thing you know, they start saying nigger this and nigger that. And be like, I ain't racist. One of my closest friends is black. I'm fucking somebody black. I can call you nigger. If I'm fucking somebody black, that means I could call you a nigger and not be racist. They believe that. They believe that, family. Fuck is wrong with them? I don't care who you fucking. Why people act like you could fuck? Why people act like fucking somebody means they don't? That means they ain't racist. That's like saying fucking somebody means that you don't hate that motherfucker. You can fuck somebody you hate. You could absolutely fuck somebody you hate. It's just fucking. You might not be in love with the motherfucker. You might not love the motherfucker, but you can fuck him. That's just an action. Fucking doesn't acquire emotions. Relationships require emotions. People act like fucking means a motherfucker ain't racist or something. That shit don't mean nothing. That shit don't mean shit. I don't care who you fucking. That ain't a pass for me. I'm sorry. Motherfuckers kill me. Shorty's stupid. But that's real though. That's real. It's like that's just what it be, man. Like you ain't gotta like a motherfucker to have sex, but I mean shit. Have sex with a motherfucker and be like, all right, motherfucker. You can leave. You know what I mean? Like it's no emotions attached. It's an action. That's all it is. You know, you might like to fuck somebody you in love with. You know, that might be some people's goal, but fucking and being in love is two different things. When you're in love and you're fucking, you call it making love. Love making. You know, you know, this, that, and the third. And then you got fucking, you know, when you just fucking. You know, you can have a one night stand, not even know the person's name, and fuck them. Like it's just an action. That's all it is. So when people tell me they fucking somebody, and that means X, Y, and Z, that don't mean shit to me. Hey, it just means you was horny and they was around and they was horny too. That's all that shit mean. That shit don't have no real substance to it. Know what I mean? People get conflicted too. Don't conflate the two. You got some people who will fuck somebody and automatically think they're in love because they done fucked them or whatever. In their brain, they probably feel like they're in love, but you done fooled yourself. You don't even know what love is if all you doing is basing it off of some sex. You don't know what love is then. And that. Shorty is oh man. All right, I gave him 5 minutes, family. I'm gonna go ahead and get ready to end this stream. I've been building with y'all for a minute, chopping up by a lot of stuff. I didn't get a chance to get the conversation I wanted to have. If I get in touch with him and he wants to have it, I'll go live and we'll have it. But you know, it is what it is. I gave him the opportunity to come in here, waited 3.5 hours. He can't complain, you know, it's whatever. But yeah, family, I'll holler at y'all again either tomorrow or Thursday. I'm gonna wait for Renee to get off mute, and I'm gonna talk to her about this offline, and we're gonna figure out what we got going plan for the rest of the week. But yeah, I appreciate everybody out there for listening. Shout out to everybody out in the chat. You know what I mean? Shout out to Andre, shout out to Rashid, shout out to Water, shout out to Shorty Womp Womp, shout out to let's see who else is up in the chat. Shout out to let me get a special shout out to the elder. You know what I mean? Rashawn, shout out to him. He was up in here building with us earlier. Let's see who else was up in here. Phobos was good. Brother Joel, shout out to you. Let's see who else am I seeing up in here? I'm scrolling, I'm looking. Shout out to everybody that was listening, man. I'm just gonna say that was listening. I appreciate everybody. If you haven't already, do me a favor, click like, share, and subscribe. You know what I mean? Make sure you do a brother a favor and don't leave here unless you click that like. Oh, unless you're one of my haters. If you're one of my haters, please click dislike, share, and unsubscribe. All right? Do that for me, haters. All right? Now, to my supporters, please click the bell and make sure you get notified so you know whenever I go live. Just in case you haven't already, subscribe to the Black Building description bar. Be sure to do that. Just in case you're interested in supporting the channel, PayPal link is right there in the description as well. Be sure, if you're looking for any logos, designs, anything of that sort, any kind of graphic design work, be sure to hit up Renee Black on Facebook. Renee Black Graphics, just spelled the same way as you see it. You know, hit up on Facebook. She'll give you a good price. Get at her. She does excellent work. She does all the flyers for the podcast that we do. Shout out to her. Make sure y'all show her some love if you're interested in some designs or logos. Yeah, and shout out to everybody. Oh yeah, shout out. Okay, yeah, shout out to everybody out there that was listening, the entire family. I'll holler at y'all again either Wednesday or Thursday, not sure, but be sure you hit the bell so you'll know. I'll get at y'all later. Y'all already know what it is. Peace and Black Power. I'm out.